I didn't hear anything back, so I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, so if you want to, bro, like, do you know? So if you go to where it says invite at,
Okay.
you can add me as a director, and like I could help get like the screen and all that together. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, yeah, man. Yeah, you're already in as participant, so is there a way I
Yeah,
can actually make you director right now?
yeah. Go to add, go to invite, and then you should see like a list of people who are invited,
Okay.
and
Okay,
then
yeah, I see director.
okay,
Yep,
cool.
you
Yeah,
are
yeah,
directing
okay.
now. I think you got
All
the
right, cool.
wrench, or at least that's what we call on YouTube. So, yeah, man.
Right, right. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, so see, like this is in what is this? Like portrait. Yeah, like see, I always do my videos in landscape and shit like that,
Okay.
but it's cool though. Let me see. Let me
Okay.
see
Yeah, man.
if I could fix it and make it a little bit better. Yeah, see like the aspect ratios. Let me see.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Let me see.
Yeah.
Hold on
Okay.
real quick.
I got you now.
Yeah, so let me see. Hold on real quick. Put us both in there. Ah, yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah,
Ah,
that's what I'm looking
yes.
for. Yeah, see,
Perfect.
like
Perfect.
I don't usually do it like with this kind of aspect ratio, but that's cool though. We got it figured out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
That's what's up. So what's up with you, bro?
Yeah.
You,
Not much. I was just, like I said, I was just introducing myself to the apps and again doing a reintroduction to the YouTube. Trying to basically, like I would say, almost as a clear my name because the name's Dr. Red Pill, but it seems and it appears to me that the Red Pill has been maimed, or at least the name and purpose of the Red Pill has been maimed by content creators like Rollo Tomasi, Dr. Sharp, Fresh and Fit, etc. And it's been framed as this basic excuse to, I don't know, be misogynist. Well, I guess I can't use that word. Deride women, pull them down, and basically tell guys that, hey, you must have control of your woman in order to make the relationship work. And for me, I'm like, the red pill is supposed to not only deal in female nature, male nature, or nature of dating, it's supposed to deal in human nature and the way the world operates. And what? Do I got you muted?
no,
Okay.
I muted myself. It's all good. Yo, what's up, Marcus? What's going
Marcus
on?
Rodriguez, my man. What's up?
What's up with you, bro? So
What?
yeah, so you know, like on Haps, you know what I'm saying? Like we can present what the people in the chat say on the screen. See how I just put what Marcus said up on the screen. So
Yes,
there's that. So
that's
yeah,
very
so
cool.
usually I just, you know what I'm saying, like I just post what people say on the screen and then we can you know, discuss what they said. So he says that African Morpheus is up there with the Boondocks. That's what's up. Yeah, that's hilarious, man. You look like the little dude that be
he,
standing around in the hip hop cartoons videos, the Nilly Fuller Jr. ones. No, I'm just kidding with you, bro. But yeah, so tell us about
oh wait,
the red pill stuff. Yeah, Tony, I'm using Haps. What's up, bro? If you want to call in, fam,
yeah, man.
I'll do
I can definitely invite.
yeah,
Oh
that's my
wait,
man.
you're
Actually, you know what?
director, right?
Yeah, I can do it. I got it. Hold on, bro. Let me see.
Perfect, man.
Tony.
I'm gonna view this comment.
Tony D. Oh, you
Okay,
know what?
so
I don't see Tony D. So it looks like he's just gonna have to stay in the comments for a while. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. He'll probably be up in a minute. So yeah, so let's hear about this about the red pill and all this. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear your thoughts on it.
so the thoughts on the red pill for me, right? Yes. So the red pill, I believe men should use the red pill, but they should take it not with ease so much, more of a cautionary rate. Tony D, what's up, man?
What's up? I wasn't going to stay long because this conversation is a little heavy. And I'm going to admit, I had this conversation before about the red pill, blue pill thing. I'm not exactly sure how people are interpreting it based on how they did
Yeah.
that movie. Most people just went by the movie aspect, but I know most people go deeper. I just came to pick on Rob because he's finally using haps. We got his butt up here a few months ago, and now that he didn't get comfortable, he's using this and using everything else and then being up there, and I can't get on him like I want to.
Man, what's up, Lala? What's going on, bro? Listen, man, I don't mess with Haps all like that. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I mess with Haps is because of Izzy. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Izzy do our podcast on the on Wednesday nights. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's in here, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Me and Izzy do the Reality Check Virtual Radio Black Light Revelations podcast on Wednesday. I don't get on Haps to stay away from mofos like you, fool. Now what? Now what?
Oh man,
broaden your horizons and diversify your assets.
Right.
But honestly,
exit
you all
stage,
having
right.
y'all are having a very serious conversation. I haven't even watched this movie yet. I tried to pull it up when it was on Amazon for a minute. Then
Which one? Which movie?
Buckbreaking.
Oh, you talking about the Tariq Nasheed movie?
Yeah.
Well, what do you know about the whole,
you know the
concept
story?
of
I just didn't see
Buckbreaking?
the movie. You know the story. I just didn't see the movie, and I wanted to see the movie because I've seen all the Hidden Colors. I saw the what's the other documentary? Oh my God, the one I was telling Izzy about all the damn time. The one that was on Vimeo.
I don't know which. There was one on Vimeo, a documentary.
Yeah,
I bet you Lala Papa probably knows. Lala, you know what Tony is talking about? Help him out. He needs a little bit. If he starts needing too much help though, because sometimes you know what I'm saying. Sometimes we can get a little help intensive. No, I'm just like.
Hang on, I'm about to pull it up right now. I got to know.
Right, that's what's up.
One app. That's the bad part.
That's the one thing that's good about Haps though. Like that's the best thing about Haps is that you can multi-stream and you can do the videos where you broadcast to YouTube and to everywhere else.
Instagram,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's kind of like a
You can't broadcast
simulcast.
to Instagram. It doesn't go to Instagram. It's just linked to your profile. It doesn't go to Instagram at all. What's the name of that damn documentary? Oh my God, it came out about 6 years ago.
Hidden Colors?
Purchased. No, not Hidden Colors.
Oh,
Out of Darkness. Out of Darkness.
Out of Darkness. Okay.
Out of Darkness. I love that movie. Out of Darkness, Hidden Colors. I've caught up on it. I wanted to see this and I had a hard time getting it. They want you to pretty much buy.
We about to put you on the spot now. How many millions of dollars did you donate to the Hidden History Museum?
I ain't got no millions of dollars. My share is shorter than Bitcoin shares. If it's at $5, I ain't got no millions of dollars. I barely made $1 million in my life already.
Listen, man, Bitcoin was up at 60K. What'd you do with it?
Nothing. I ain't bought none. I'm on Ethereum.
What's Ethereum at right now? About what? 2,200? 1.5K? What was it at?
39.
Oh, 39. Wow.
See,
that's
they both are going back to what
nice.
their all-time highs were earlier this year. They're going back up now. And I don't want to start that because crypto messed everybody up this year. Lala, Out of Darkness is a documentary. There is more than one movie called Out of Darkness, but this one is a documentary. They actually, I thought it was pretty good personally. He just said he didn't really like it, but I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, you know, he hard to paint with it.
Right.
But it was real good. It was real good to me.
So we got Bronze the God in here, and Marcus Rodriguez. Tony wants you to know that you are the bootleg Charles Barkley. So should you be our role model or not?
So he's a Spanish revolutionary with that name.
That's hilarious. A conquistador.
Right. A conquistador.
Right. So Lala Papa said that he donated $15 towards the Hidden History Museum. Man, that's what's up, man. Props, shout out to Lala Papa. You know what I'm saying?
It's a real thing. The Hidden History Museum is for real.
Yeah, he's trying to build a Hidden History Museum. I think in California somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He actually put out like a little pilot video about it, and actually a news agency interviewed him about it. I think you could look up the news interview online. You know what I'm saying?
Hidden History Museum. That's the name of it, or is it something else?
I think as of right now, the project name is Hidden History Museum. So that's pretty cool. So why are you scared of the red pill, blue pill conversation? That's what I want to know. I want to know why
I'm not scared of it.
I don't know why you're so scared. I don't know why you're so scared. Come on now.
I don't. And you know, you got the red pill or you got the blue pill. The red pill, you know the truth. The blue pill, you leave it alone, or vice versa, and all that. And I got to watch the Matrix again. Where the hell they got that idea from?
Well, what do you know about it? We got my man Grinding Motivate in the building, my man Bronze the God, and the homie Poppy Blanco. Yo, Poppy Blanco, if you download the Haps app or you log into Haps on your computer, or anybody that wants to, you know what I'm saying, and follow us on Haps, you know what I'm saying, we can add you into the conversation, you know what I'm saying.
And Marcus, ain't no disrespect, man. We shoot the shit all the time up here, all jokes aside. So you good.
Yeah, man.
Just to let you know. Eric, that go everybody up in here. Me and Rob go back and forth.
See, I'm gonna explain something to y'all. I got a fro, but I got a fro like Dr. Red Pill, but I got some really long hair. You know what I'm saying? Like I always wear do-rag and braids, and I be having a coat on and shit, but I got some long ass hair. The only thing that I fear is that my head will look like Tony's one day. You see how you can see the light reflecting off the top of it? That is the only shit that I'm scared of, because I got the braids. I don't want that to happen to me.
I miss being able to have hair, the cornrow in the first place. You know? But I do want to look into it more. There's been more than one conversation about the red pill and blue pill this year alone.
Well, stick around on this one so you can learn something.
I'm supposed to be on 2 other broadcasts. I just came over here to message.
Well, it's the important one, so you about to stay here. So go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Red Pill. What? Tell us. Let's get it cracking. And Co-Kid Fit. What's your name on Haps? Put your name on there, and I'll invite you in.
Comment as a Haps member instead of just YouTube, so they could see you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can stick around about 30 minutes because he got to go to sleep anyway.
You can stick. You can actually stick around as long as we need you. Go ahead, Dr. Red Pill.
Because I'm lost as hell on this one. Go ahead.
Oh man. Go ahead, bro. Right, give us the rundown on the red pill, man. Let us know what's cracking here.
So basically, as I was saying, is that the red pill has been framed and made into this whole thing where it's about this correlated understanding women, trying to say that, hey, you gotta dominate women, you gotta sex these women up to become a high value man and whatnot. And that's totally false, guys. See, the red pill is really not even supposed to be about dating or female nature. That is, well, how do I put this? A part of it. It's really about human nature, the way the world operates, right? So you can either take delicious deception, which is blue pill, or how do I put it? I guess a better name for blue pill would be ignorance or not knowing, blissful ignorance. Or you can take the red pill, intellectual freedom. Delicious deception, intellectual freedom. Now, a mentor pulled me aside and it was like, hey, Doc, I'm going to use my screen name here. Hey, man, do you want to know how to get women to love you? Or do you want to love women? Or do you want to love and trust people unknowingly, blindly trust people in general? And I was like, yeah, sure. But
hold on real quick, bro. Anime King X. Anime King X. Is that my nephew?
You said Marcus Foster. That's your nephew?
I think that's my nephew. Boy, take your ass to sleep. This is a grown man conversation. What the hell? And then he gonna tell on himself and say, "This is Marcus for you, boy. Take your ass to bed."
Because you was up, you're supposed to have the hook up on the sneaking. You're supposed to have the hook up on sneaking up and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't look him like that. Leave him on that red pill.
Look, that's some good. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that my nephew? Boy, take your ass to bed. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have my siblings. Yeah, because of your ass. Go to bed, fool.
but anyways. But then he pulled me back, right? He was like, but wait. Or the second option, you can know how the world operates, understand people, how people operate, and take it from there. And function in stoicism, or not a lack of emotion, but operating emotionless, if you will. And I chose the latter, guys, because frankly, yes, for everyone who is knowing about the red pill as YouTube is presenting it, as these fake alphas are presenting it, yes, I did go through my phase of red pill rage. Everyone probably has. And because I was lied to, like everyone was, man. I thought if you were a nice person, if you're nice to everyone, that you're this good guy, this good man, and you use your emotions, man, that you can be emotional, that will make people like you. That will make people respect you, right? But as you can see, it does quite the opposite. So there you have it, guys. That is basically my rundown on the red pill. It's really supposed to be intellectual freedom, and I guess I would venture to say a stepping stone towards the freedom from the system of illegitimacy, if you will.
Oh no, that's interesting. Freedom from the system of illegitimacy. Go into that. Let's hear your take on that. Because that is interesting because the whole Matrix, the Matrix somebody could say that the Matrix was a movie representative of the system of illegitimacy, right?
Yes.
So let's hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, man. I mean, pretty much the system of illegitimacy that I think we live in right now is where we have people today who are trusting on the government. They're thinking that the government is going to give them answers. We're having to rely on politicians, athletes, celebrities for answers when we should really be looking for answers from like your local, I don't know, pharmacist, from your local librarian. We should be looking for answers in commonplace, how to put it, commonplace places. Instead, we're looking at these these guys high up for answers, and turns out they're not giving us great answers. The corporations are not giving us great answers. Sort of like how, I don't know, modern women today, right? They tend to look at Cardi B, Saweetie, and Beyonce for answers, and Oprah when all they're fed or just lies. Now, that's an example of how I would look at the system of illegitimacy right there. Like, right? Yeah, man.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
a,
with
that
you on not
that's
idolizing. Don't idolize the rich. Idolize yourself. Look within yourself instead of looking at
Yes.
somebody else. And as
yeah.
far as the red pill and the blue pill, you broke down what I was thinking. The red pill will give you the truth. The blue pill leaves you naive to what's going on around you, what people tell you. That was my original assumption, so I'm kind of good with that. Now you tell me if I'm wrong, honestly.
Okay.
So we got Queen Mercy in the house. What's up, Queen Mercy? Good to see you. Hey, Poppy Blanco and Primal Studies. If you guys want to call in, all you got to do is make an account on Haps. I sent you guys the links. Same with you,
Right.
KO Kid Fit. If you guys are in here,
Right.
but go ahead,
Yeah.
Tony. My bad. I'm just
No,
listening.
you're good. You're good. Like I said, I wasn't gonna stick around long. He's giving me what I was thinking, so it sounds like I was correct in my assumption. Here's the thing: if you actually do take the red pill and you know as much as you're supposed to over what they taught you, what do
Right.
you do? Being that you've been taught so wrong, and now you got to make a change. You don't even know where to begin, because in order to have some sort of control these days, you got to have the support, or you're gonna lose to the resistance.
You need a
I think that's a
foundation.
big thing. Say what?
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying
No,
you
no,
need
I
a
was trying to hear what
foundation.
you said. Yeah, you do need a foundation. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's going to be the biggest fear of the red pill based on that definition. You don't have the foundation established as much as others. So if you take the red pill, it's pretty much over. It's like having that, once you have the knowledge, you can't turn your back on what you do know or people take you out for through
Yeah, man.
stereotype, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So the blue
Yeah.
pill right now for a lot of people are just living like you're living because you don't know so much of the truth and you spent so much time in the life of a lie. You couldn't even readjust your life in enough time to the truth. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
You're absolutely right.
So my question is the truth subjective or is the truth objective? How do we know what is the truth versus what isn't the truth? I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all voting in the poll. Everybody that if you're wondering how to do the poll, it helps to bring people into the chat. So every time it asks you, just do like exactly what Kareem and Alicia did. What's up, Alicia? What's up, Rain King? What's
Alicia,
up,
shout out to
Kareem?
you.
What's up, Regina? Is it Regina or Reline? Reline came. My apologies. Said hi, everybody. What's up, Alicia? Everybody in chat. Yeah, I'm trying to go through them because they flying. They are flying. That chat's flying. Good gracious.
That's
But yeah,
hilarious.
I don't
Yeah,
want
it's
to.
flying.
The red pill. Everybody wants it. Is everybody going to be able to maintain once they get there? I think we all want to go in that direction, but we've been lied to for so long. We wouldn't know what to do when we got there.
So here's my question: how do you know if you're toxic on the red pill or not? Because in my here's my thing, right? Like I have issues with the whole pill ideologies. I got issues with that whole thing. Well, we can go into that shit later. But say for instance you're red pilled and you feel like, you know, maybe your things aren't being exposed to you the way that they should be, or you haven't seen the changes in your life that you want to see. How do you detect that on your own?
It's going to be instinct, in my opinion. The strongest thing the red pill could do is take you back to who you originally were before you were lied to, and then you have your foundation. Most people have been deceptive enough to where they can't go back to who they originally were genetically. Let's take black folks for example. We couldn't go back to who we originally were before we found out we were slaves, or we were taught that we were slaves. We have to get beyond our slave mentality, go back to our original mentality. That will be our red pill, in my example.
That's interesting. That's interesting. What do you think about that, Dr. Red Pill?
No, like I'll even venture to make an analogy, right? So let's say you're a civilian, right? But then you're going into the army or even the military.
Mm-hmm.
You're so used to having a drill sergeant yell at you, control your every move, your time at eating, your time at getting up, your time at gun training, and then you're gonna have to go out to the battlefield, and you're going to have to kill people, and then
PTSD.
Yes, yeah, right. And then you go back, you retire or you get your pension and whatnot, right? And then you come back to civilian life.
Adjustment disorder.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you have nobody controlling you. You're not having to take people's lives. You have to think on your own. And a lot of people, once they go through that, they realize they can't readjust right away because they are so used
adjustment
to being
disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder. You have traumatic brain injury because you all messed up, and Dr. Umar Johnson spoke on that. It would take about 400 years for black folks to get back to who they're supposed to be in the first place due to everything we've been through.
Correct.
Seriously. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
So we have generations, centuries of trauma to where we have lost not only our identity, but our own heritage and our culture. How do we reacclimate ourselves back into that direction? That's the red pill to me.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's
man.
interesting. What do you guys in the comments think about Tony's assessment of that? What do you think about Tony's assessment of that, Dr. Red Pill?
He's absolutely right, man. I mean, you take a look at today's society, right? Again, you have a lot of these young men, and I can say young women too,
yes,
following these.
Absolutely. The youth period, if you will.
Yes, following these false idols, if you will. And then you're looking to these false idols giving out false prophecies and false ideals. Hey, like Sweetie saying, if your man can't get you a bag, your man ain't shit.
Right.
And these athletes saying that if you can't bag an IG model, then you're not doing enough.
You ain't got no game, right?
Correct. And so, man, these young men and the youth compete so heavily to get to those standards, but realize those are celebrities. You're not celebrities. So then what happens is we have guys like me, maybe guys like Blacklight, guys like Grind Motivate, try to educate these people. MTR, and what we're met with, it's not so much, well, okay, outright rage. I'll call it pitiful anger. Because they've been lied to for so long. But I will submit that it's easy to fool someone. But what's the hardest thing to do? Convince someone that they've been fooled.
Based on what they're taught, you're right. You good, Rob? We see you.
All right, that's what's up. I'll be right back, y'all.
You good. And I'll carry this for a little bit more. Because like I said, as long as I'm on the same wavelength as you all, I didn't want to throw the topic off. So I wasn't being nervous, but I didn't know where y'all were coming from. We have to, and I'm using. What's up, Kevin? Damn, I hate that dude.
Tells you, Kevin.
Yeah, but we've been lied to for a while. I'm using African Americans as an example, based on what I was saying. For us to go back to who we really were, the movie emphasized going back to who you originally were over who you were deceived to think you were, based on the situation you was in. He came out of a machine with stuff all in him and saw the world with nothing like what he thought it was, how he grew up and all this and all that, honestly. So when you go out there to the real world, you see what's really going on. Do you really want to go to that life, or do you want to go what was in your mind? This is the foundation right here for all of us.
Right.
And if this has been traumatized, injured, manipulated, you're done. So how do you get it back and get over the damage? The damage is scarring. We have to not only heal the scars, but the scars have to grow out if you look at the process of the skin. Always there. So our foundation
shout out to not to interrupt you. Yeah, man. Shout out to Roguish Son.
Okay, Queen Mercy, appreciate it. Yes. Taking the red pill back into awareness and out of gender warring is the right move.
Yes.
I like that.
Shout out
to
you, man. That is,
I like that.
That is what that's what we need to do, guys. Oh. Yeah, that's
we gotta dig back to who we originally were. And everybody is going to have to, male, female, American, African European, all of us. Seriously. Because society has been switched. The powers that be have taken a serious charge of control that all of us are following. Unless you are in a quote unquote third world country or area devoid of technology, you don't have your natural instincts. If everything's shut down right now, most of us will be dead. Quiet is kept. Everybody thinks this is being worked on right now. Straight up. You lose your technology, you're done. We go somewhere, we don't know each other. We at war because we got to defend what we got. First our family, then our home, then our food. You come in, you're going to take over some of it. We got to go back to a lot of our instinct. We got to go back to a lot of our origin, if you will. And 90% of us don't have it. KRS-One talked about that not too long ago. You take any one person, put them in the jungle, 48 hours, you're dead. Nature will take you out more than somebody else. So the mentality we have right now, if you want to go red pill as far as the conversation, you got to go back to your instinct. You got to go back to your origin. You got to go back to your heritage. You can stay blue pill right where you are right now. Get your car, get your money, go ball out, get a fat house, go chase the women, go vacation and all that shit. But after a while, and I'll tell you somebody who has actually felt like he was in a position of comfortability, you can do all that and still feel a loss. Or you can go to where you're good with nature and dream of doing what everybody else is doing. There is the catch-22 to me. You can live the way everybody's advertising as being good, or you can go to the natural way of living where you know they're not going to survive, but you're going to make it, but you're going to be stuck as an outcast. The choice is yours.
Yeah, man.
So if I went off, y'all, forgive me, apologize. I'm just thinking right now.
Nah, man. You're absolutely right. Everything you're saying is like what? How I put this? Everything you're saying is what these mainstream guys are missing.
They're not missing it. They can't advertise it because they're out the loop. You're going to get to a certain echelon of life, you will be out the loop. You can't go back. Just like when you take the pill, you can't go back to what you're doing in the blue pill because you know it's a lie. You know it's wrong.
Correct.
Now that you know the truth, you cannot go back over it as bad as you may want to. And even on the Matrix, I feel so bad living in the time of humanity. Houston. What's up, James? You're crazy ass. Forgive me, y'all. That's one of my dudes on Haps. He's wild. Yeah, he's one of my dudes on Haps. He's wild. But for me, say we was rich. Okay, let me change that. Take where we are right now. How many of us right now could live without video conferencing, social media?
Probably
with the pandemic going.
To be honest, I would submit 99% of people would actually go buck wild and lose it.
I think 50% would lose it. The 50% that would lose it would be the youth. Those of us who were around before the computer usage, the social media, the video conferencing, we will be fine.
Okay.
I was 28 I was 27 before I had a cell phone, a beeper, a computer, email address, every day, all that mess. I had to go to my college to check my email.
Yeah.
Now we can do it when you wake up in the morning, sitting on the toilet, deciding whether or not you're gonna go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right, man.
It's the
Yeah.
truth. That is the truth. My parents would be okay. Yeah, I'd be okay. The only thing that would drive me crazy right now is if I didn't have cable. That would drive me nuts. Because I'm not going to watch Andy Griffith no damn more. I'm not watching Little House on the Prairie any damn more. I'm not watching Flipper, Gadget, Gentle Ben, The Flying Nun, none of that mess no more. My ass needs power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, I got it, man.
I need the news. I'm tired of local news. There was actually a time when all of us were tired of local news. That's why we started watching cable news. If you want the
Yeah,
truth.
man.
I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Some people don't, like you said, I don't even watch TV. I'm meeting more people now who don't watch TV, don't watch the news, don't read anything on the internet. And some of y'all have the strongest arguments. I don't even know where the hell you got your source from. It's crazy out here right now. Without technology, we will be screwed. That's your red pill right now. Without fast food, you would be screwed. That's your red
Yeah.
pill right now. Without a multitude of people to sleep with on the side, outside of who you have significantly, is your red pill right now. Let me use those as an examples as far as the change you would have to make compared to where you are in society. Because not everybody's sleeping with everybody, both sexes and same sexes. Go back to where you only had one person to deal with. And if you did something wrong, everybody knew, everybody found out, and you got shunned like in the Bible. That's your red pill right now.
Yeah.
I just started drinking. I ain't even warmed up yet. There's plenty of other sources that aren't mainstream, Tony. You're right, James. But see, we don't go back to newspapers no more. We don't go back to books no more.
Yeah, man.
Because not every the libraries, all the libraries out there have plenty of books, but they didn't all have the real book. Now the internet holds the real book. If you want to find the realest truth, you just got to know which direction to go to amongst all the sources that's out there. You can find the original Bible on the internet if you know where to look, but you can find 94 other versions of the Bible, period, real quick. That's your red pill right now. You gotta go to the store instead of having delivered to your house. That's your red pill right now. You gotta walk instead of driving. That's your red pill right now. You gotta take care of your own clothes, hand wash your laundry instead of using a washing machine or dryer or going to a laundromat. That's your red pill right now. You gotta build your house instead of moving into an apartment. That's your red pill right now. Just being real. These are just examples to get through to everybody. We got a multitude of people up in here. I can't keep up with the chat. This thing is fast as hell with the advertisement and the polls and the follows from 4 formats. And I just met a dude who got an afro I wish I had back in the 70s. This
Yeah, man.
I'm here all day.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of
Everything
direction,
you're
we're going
saying.
one direction. Shut up, James. Oh my goodness. How you doing? Yeah, my hands folks are starting to pop up. So Carrie, Triple D, what's going on, man? But biggest to everybody up here, for real. There's a lot of things you would have to change if you really believe in that red pill. And I'm going to be honest with African Americans up here right now. I've done this before. Let me know if I'm going too far, bro. This is your broadcast. I apologize if I'm going off the rails.
You're good.
All of us up here that want to do something better with ourselves, we got to stop talking about it and start doing it. We have been carrying conversations for the past 18 months during the pandemic on how to fix this, how to fix that. You got to be the example over just talking about it. Anybody who's into any type of change, socially, emotionally, physically, do it. There's nothing to talk about. You can share your story, that's fine, but everybody has shared stories. Not everybody's going to carry the same results. We're not. Male and female, older and younger, black and white, north and south, rich, broke, all that mess. Mentally is where the change starts. Then you go physically. Verbally ain't got shit to do with it. That's supposed to be the result. Spoiler alert. Talk about it after you did it. Give the examples. Half of you can't even break down what you went through. And then if you did break it down, you're not giving them the same advice that's going to work with their area. You have it for your area. When you talk legal aspects of things, I'll give you an example. A lot of people smoke weed. Wonder why you can't smoke weed. I can't smoke weed because it's not legal in my area. Number one. Number two, I can't smoke it because I'll lose my job. If you can put weed over money, more power to you. God must be on your side because I must be an evil, devilish nigga. I can't do that. I don't like being broke. I can't stand it. I'm a father and I've been there before. It gets old. Just being factual. Plus, women don't want to be with a dude that don't make no money. You're gonna see it a lot on TV. They'll bring you up, but they will take your ass right back down. Think it's a game. Male and female, go get your own. That's your red pill right now. That's your red pill right now. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. My man said his nephew's up here. Nephew, let me holler at you one time. Snoop Doggy Dogg style. Depend on no one. Go get got.
We have got to learn to be independent.
Depend on no one. Go get your own. Start right now. Cut grass, wash cars, walk a dog, babysit a child. Streets get old. Talking to your man to man. You're younger than him, but you're still gonna be a grown man. He said you were a nephew. You were born a male. You're gonna be a man. Start making your own money right now. Candy gets old. The club gets old. Sneakers get old. Outfits get old. Put the money in the bank. Start saving. Save more than what you spend right now. I'm 48 years old. This is the fourth state that I've lived in for at least 10 years, and this is my 12th job in life. I still have not made $1 million. Be better than me. That's your red pill right now. It is what it is. It's the blue pill. I done got comfortable. I'm sorry.
Man, everything you said.
Oh, I got comfortable. My bad.
How I put everything you said, I didn't even like. I've had some thoughts similar to that, but with your experiences, I can't even think of that stuff. I mean, that's your experience, and the fact of the matter is,
yeah. Let's not bullshit the youth. That's the red pill right now.
Yeah, man.
How we're living, how we're making, and if we're giving you the mistakes we made, our mistakes is your blue pill. Your red pill is to not make our mistakes. Have money in the bank more than you have money in your pocket. That's your red pill right now.
Facts.
Your blue pill is trying to chase living with the Joneses, like they used to say back in the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
Your blue pill is having all the women and not one. Your red pill is that one woman everybody wants, but she doesn't want anybody but you, and she's all yours, and you ain't got nothing else to worry about. It takes 2 years to get that comfortable with anybody. Once you reach, you're going to know what I'm talking about. You're too young right now. It's going to take you 20 years from where you're at right now, at least. Man law.
See, like I think the red pill may have started out, good because it's encouraging people to look deeper into the things that they see and try to unpeel the layers. But what I see, in my opinion, and people that are in the chat, if y'all could tell me if you agree or disagree with me, I think it's become more or less a blame game and like a gaslighting session. You know what I mean? Like, all of the failures in life that you may have had in a relationship, with a red pill is that women are a certain way. Okay, I don't really think that that's necessarily how it is, because with all of those failed relationships, yes, the common denominator is that they're women. So you have two choices. You can either try men, but most people aren't LGBTQ, or you can look at the actual common denominator and say, you know what, it's been me in all of these relationships. So what is it about me that I need to red pill myself about and fix? And the thing is that we live in a society where we look outward instead of inward. And what do we actually do every day to make ourselves an optimal human being? What do we do to make ourselves the best person that we could possibly be? Because the thing is that at the end of the day, if you always continuously try to improve yourself, you can never go wrong with any element of your life. All elements of your life will automatically fall into place. If you're a Black person and you want to try to strive for Black empowerment, the more competitive, the more intelligent, the more strong that you make yourself, that's helping with that. If you just want to have a relationship, you're going to be the best version of yourself for any female candidate that you come in contact with. One thing that we have to do is we have to seal the deficiencies that we have and optimize those deficiencies. Do a SWOT analysis on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Fix all of that and then present the best self that we have to the world on every exposure. How many times do you present the best self of yourself to the world when you're exposed to the world? When you walk out the house, are you always your optimal self?
No, not when I wake up in the morning. No.
Yeah, no, me neither. I'm not. I'm guilty of that. What about you, Dr. Red Pill?
Yeah, I'm the same way, guys. I'm guilty of it too. It's we gotta be honest with ourselves. You know, yes, we can
I think a
blame the
lot of what I
world.
told you, a lot of what I told you is how you start your honesty within yourself. Dig back into your own origins through yourself, through your family. Go back through your generational ancestors. Then go back to how you run your home.
Facts.
I did
Yeah,
a
I
family
told.
tree with my cousin about 25 years ago. Found out where my lineages were on both sides of the family. You got to realize how much of a collective you are. And as much as I hate to say this, this is an absolute damn truth. With all those collectives, you don't know where your origin is.
Facts. And you see what my man
That's
Bronze the
facts.
God said right here? Do y'all see what my man Bronze the God
Turn your
said?
weaknesses to strength. Yeah.
That's part of
Yeah.
the SWOT analysis.
And I don't want
That's-
to be disrespectful, but that's kind of cliche. No disrespect intended. It's kind of
Yeah.
cliche because we've been
Yeah.
doing that. If you're old enough and if you've been through enough, you've already been doing that. Please don't take that disrespectful, as right as you are. Please don't take that as disrespectful. We got to
That's
get
facts.
beyond that because that's almost a standard more than a new proposal. And I say
Well,
all
here's
of
the
that on
thing.
purpose.
Have we done it? Have we materialized it? What weaknesses have we turned into strengths?
Not enough of us have made our weaknesses into strengths. There are some of us that have, but it's not enough of us as a culture or a collective or as a race in the United States, if you will. Enough of us haven't done it where we would have some power. You will have it within yourself, but we as a group, as a family, as here in the country, we don't have enough of us that are doing it. We've tried. Some people have been beaten down beyond the change that they want to make. That is where he is 100% correct. We got to help them. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yes.
We got to
Yep.
help them. The people who haven't made it, even though we have, those are the ones we need to help. We should start there. And black folks, I'm going to tell y'all right now, stop tearing each other down because y'all doing it too much and it's making mainstream television. How the hell
Yeah.
we look?
Man,
Oh, yeah.
I say that all the time. The gender war, man, is the mainstream television haven't even gotten a hold of gender war content, but the gender war content on YouTube is embarrassing.
It's outrageous.
It's ridiculous.
Mainstream reality TV is the gender war.
No, bro, not like YouTube. Not
Look
like
at Love
YouTube.
and Hip Hop.
It's crazy.
Let me ask the people in the comments. So my people that are in here on YouTube, what's worse when it comes to gender war content? Mainstream TV or YouTube? I have to say YouTube. I gotta say YouTube.
I say reality TV. The past 15 years alone.
Yeah.
From Flavor Love to now. Women can slap the hell out of a man. Let a man even look at her crazy. The cops coming off the damn street, off the set.
That's
It's a
funny.
gender war.
No, that's true. Now you talking about like being YouTube and all that.
I'm talking
Or
about
being Me Too and all that. And my man
I'm
Food
talking
for
about
Thought,
that.
he
I'm talking
said
about the fake fights and all that shit.
yeah. See my man
Yeah.
Food for Thought, he said social media in general is worse. You know what I'm
Social
saying? Oh,
media
it's
is
in
bad,
Bronze
but
the
it's
God
TikTok
says
is
that on
worse?
TikTok it's way worse
Actually,
than
yeah.
YouTube.
He's absolutely right. Oh my god. Yes. But on YouTube, you see it every day because the thing is about mainstream media. You're absolutely right, Tony. But the main thing about mainstream media, there has to be a control for it. There has to be a certain time slot where you can allow that stuff. YouTube, you can just put it up anytime. You can
I
have.
give you that, but here's the crazy thing: the reality TV shows, they prime time at night. They run the reruns they rerun the reruns during the day.
Yeah.
What's good, Draga? My man Draga is in the house. Yeah, and I gotta agree with my man Draga.
Yes.
Yeah,
YouTube has another level. No FCC. That's
Really?
deep.
Really?
That's deep, and that's facts, man. YouTube is unrestricted. It's just people at their primal levels just going in on each other for no reason while
YouTube is
doing nothing
unrestricted.
productive.
It's
It's
counterproductive.
restrictive. I thought it was restricted because they started blocking videos a while ago, didn't it?
They
Yeah,
block certain
guys.
videos depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You said pimp name slip.
Okay. Guys, yes, YouTube it's become very unrestricted. I mean, it's come to the point they're putting up, right? Stay with me here. They're putting up naked yoga on YouTube, right? Unrestricted. I kid you not.
What?
Yes. Yes.
But they want to block me and put me on 2 weeks suspension for playing a music video that's on their website or somebody else's. Man, they better leave me the hell alone. Don't make me go on YouTube.
They blocked you on YouTube?
You're on my haps. Have you been seeing where I've been playing music video shows? Like, I run like a video show for like 2 hours. I'll run hip hop or I'll run R&B.
Yeah, you gotta play by the copyright rules on YouTube, man, or else you know what I'm saying.
For money, and then they put me on suspension twice. But you gonna let people do naked yoga? YouTube,
right?
Let me holler at you one time. I'm playing your videos for free, but you gonna let somebody up there doing some yoga with their dangling hanging out, and some woman unclean with her hairy ass down there? Y'all better leave me the hell alone.
They don't care. That's why it's important, bro.
In the videos you got that aren't rated, that's been on TV for decades. I'm not even up here trying to profit, not give you your props.
That's why it's important for us to build our own platforms. That's why it's important for us to build our own platforms. We got to build our own platforms.
We got our own platforms. Okay, let me ask you about that. And no disrespect, Dane, forgive me.
Yeah.
We got fan base and melanated people. What's going on over there? I'm not even being funny.
Where at? You talking about on YouTube?
On fan base and melanated people.
Oh, I never heard of those. They got to do something with their marketing so they can get the reach out, because I never heard of them. You said fan base and melanated people?
I think the biggest problem is they're trying to raise money.
You think so? So I'm gonna ask the people in the comments. Have you guys ever heard of these two sites, fan base and melanated people?
Yeah.
Marcus wants you to know that you're somewhat preaching. You getting there. You're not quite preaching yet, but you somewhat preaching.
He's good. He's good. I understand where he's coming from. We just met. Nobody knows where we at for real. And everybody's got their own levels. All we got to do is not bullshit each other, not let each other fall.
No, I agree.
I'll send that out to all the races, because everybody's preaching it amongst themselves without hate toward another. The real ones, not the extremists.
So Bronze God says that he's on melanated people.
I'm on there too. I'm on both.
And Dragon said that he's on fan base. So I'm gonna check those out.
Fan base got real busy last week when Facebook been down. So a bunch of y'all up there ain't doing nothing. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, that's interesting that happened, because that's the same people that preach a lot of the things that they preach. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had time for fan base when Facebook went down, but you don't go to Facebook, or you don't go to fan base first. Like, see, now my thing is, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about any of those sites. But I mean, those are the sites that should be being used first. If the objective is, you know what I'm saying, to try to stimulate black businesses and to foster a black economy, those should be used first. And Facebook and Twitter and all that other stuff should be used secondary. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just shows, like, people have to take the initiative and, weather the storm and be active enough to contribute to the growth of those kind of things. Like, that's just what has to happen. I got a friend that owns a business. He owns a restaurant, and like, his restaurant's not busy all damn day long, but when I have some money, I try to make sure that I buy some food from him, you know what I'm saying, to keep the business going. You know what I mean? And like, that's the thing. Like, it's just really irritating. Like, the kind of mentality that a lot of people have is like really fearful. Like, oh, like, I'm kind of scared. I don't want to have to do anything. And like, there's a huge problem with cowardism. You know what I'm saying? And like, we gotta deal with that. Go ahead, bro. What do you think?
And not to cut you off, but me and Lizzie talked about that earlier this year. Two things you just said: cowardice, and even us supporting each other, and we got to take the initiative.
Facts.
Fan base and melanated people were made because Reason Islam was getting kicked off of Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So they made those two apps. Melanated people specifically was to support him. Everybody signed up. Nobody's really doing nothing. Fan base is over there. A lot of people signed up. I get my notifications. I saw you was over here. That's how I knew. A bunch of people don't have the notifications on. So the initiative has been in place. We have to keep things going.
Yeah.
I will never, and let me say this as somebody, African American, United States. everything we got out there, we'll see it, but we don't go to it because it's not the newest trend. It's not the fly style. It doesn't feel like it's the most quality product, if you will.
That shouldn't matter.
Advertised. No, I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
As far as the cowardice aspect, Izzy asked me about that earlier. He said, he said, why is it that black folks seem, it's something along the lines of black folks seem more cowardly than they were back in the day. My answer to him was, I don't think it's cowardice. I think what we're tired of is sacrificing ourselves and not getting enough of a return off of it.
What do y'all think in the comments? That's an interesting statement. Say it one more time. Say it one more time, Tony.
I don't think we are scared of revolution or change. What we are tired of is sacrificing ourselves, throwing ourselves out there, and not getting enough of a return off of it. Case in point.
Well, why does that happen? Why does that happen?
You know why it happens? Because there are powers that be that are stronger than us, and there's not enough of us unified to make the change that we want.
Were those powers to be? Go ahead.
Let's talk about reparations for a second.
Go ahead.
Everybody in the world knows we're owed and we're due. How come we haven't gotten it yet?
Why do you
that's
think?
That's the answer we get right there. Nothing.
No. I got an answer. I was waiting for you. I was
okay.
waiting for your answer. What's your answer?
My answer? I saw an answer on Bill Maher. Nobody likes that show, but I watch it on purpose to hear what people are going to say. You can get past the sarcasm. You can get past the ridicule. You can get past the jokes. You can get past him being an asshole. There was an actual dude from the Senate, I believe. He said there are people in support of reparations, but they are getting blocked from people above them.
I think that the reason why we haven't gotten reparations is because we keep asking. The thing is that you have to understand how people ridicule you. We're literally asking for things from the people who have oppressed us. Oppressors never give you what you ask for. If you ask a person that's a prison guard to let you go, they're never going to let you go. We got to get out of that mind state of asking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to get into the mind state of taking. No, they're not even demanding. We have to get into the mind state of taking. The way that you take in this world. Now, how did we try it?
They killed MLK for it. He was going for it.
Was he? Or was he going for integration?
Yes. He was going for reparations. There was a speech when he said he was going to go up there and demand.
Yeah, the cancel check speech. But what was the most important
JFK was going to go against the reserve. He got killed. That's documented. Abraham Lincoln went against the reserve back in the day. People don't know. That's one reason he got killed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. JFK. But the thing is as far as JFK goes, you know, it is what it is. He was a racist, you know what I'm saying? He's an opportunist, and you know,
I never heard him as a racist. You telling me something?
Abraham Lincoln?
No, JFK. You said JFK was a racist.
You know, his brother Robert Kennedy was the one who was doing the phone surveillance for the CIA on Martin Luther King.
No, not entirely. No, I did not. And I'm I don't know a whole lot of that. That's fine. Yeah.
No, it's all good. Like the thing is that we got to take, and and the thing is honestly, we should get reparations, but what you got to understand is that we're literally dealing with people who had us as slaves. So this is a game to them. They don't care. They don't give two flying fucks.
Yeah, we had that
if they could.
I've been in that conversation. Yes.
Yeah, it's always good to. They'll always laugh and joke, and you know, look at how we have them begging. I tell you what, if we had a medication that was saving people's lives.
Yeah,
and we cranked the price all the way up to where it charged your insurance maximum for protection against the pandemic. I guarantee you we'd get reparations then. You had to make life very difficult for somebody. And see, the thing is that you had to go at these people's throats. You had to go at somebody's throat with your teeth out, ready to take out their voice box and spit it out on the ground so they can't say anything.
People have done it. I think people have done it and died. We don't even know it. There's no way
possibly, but if it was people,
yes.
Who are those people?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. But by now, there's no way we can say that somebody hasn't tried to fight for us by now.
I don't know. To me,
right. I know people want solid proof. I know people want hard evidence. But we got to think about this.
Who's even come with those kind of talking points? Like it's time to just start dealing with these people, right? Head to head with a gridlock.
MLK.
MLK said turn the other cheek, and then
he went after that. There's other speeches besides that. No disrespect to you. There's other speeches beside that. MLK was going for it. He was
Then
going
what
for
happened?
reparations. They killed him.
Who was he working with? Henry
MLK?
Moskowitz. Henry Moskowitz, right? You know who Henry
Okay.
Moskowitz is?
No, I do not.
Yeah, see, you do your research on Henry Moskowitz.
I will.
Oh,
But I
wow.
have seen where there was a speech where MLK said, yes, he was going to go to the White House. He was going to go up to D.C. He was going to demand reparations for his people.
He was gonna, and then the Black Panthers went to a government building in California. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is that like
Okay.
we
Okay.
have to just do this stuff. Like
Yeah.
what I'm talking about is we have to be the best person that we could possibly be,
Mm-hmm.
the optimal people that we could possibly be,
Mm-hmm.
strong, mentally strong, be the best at everything, and reinvest into ourselves at all times. We need to reinvest into ourselves first before we reinvest into America.
And how many
Because
of us
America
are doing
doesn't
that
care.
on a 100%?
None of us.
Yeah, how many of us
No.
are doing that at a 100% scale because we can't in this system?
We can. We have to just start slow. See, the thing is that most people are they want immediate gratification. You know what I'm saying? Like this, this election, everybody was like, oh, the only thing that we got to do is get Trump out of office. The only thing that we got to do is get Trump out of office. Okay, so what's the difference between swapping a neo-Nazi for a KKK member? What's the difference? How's that help? What does that do? See, it's the Trump Biden situation is
Yes.
the exact same as the vax no vax situation. They force you to have ultimatums that don't make a damn difference. The
No, I got
problem
you with that.
the
That's
problem
part
with
of the
the,
system, yes.
the problem with the vax and the no vax is that none of that shit even matters. What matters is, are you choosing or are you being forced out of a normal life because you don't choose the right thing? The same thing with Trump versus Biden. We have two pro
I see
white
you on that.
W1 white supremacist presidents. Well, how does a KKK member or a neo-Nazi or a descendant of a slave owner, because that's exactly what Biden is, how does that help black people at all? It doesn't. It
No.
doesn't. But
I see what you're
we've been
saying.
forced to be we've been forced as if either one of those choices is going to do anything to make anything better for us, while everybody else is
And both
laughing
of
at
us
us.
have been conned. We've been conned out
I-
of both choices already.
But
previously
now
before,
let's go down the line and see who did benefit from having a descendant of slave owners as the president. LGBTQ community, they got hate crime protection. AAPI community, they got hate crime protection. Everything that black people were supposed to get, we didn't get it. And the thing that's
No.
interesting is that it's not that we didn't get it because of the government, even though the conservatives will always vote down anything that's not specifically for white people. We didn't get it because the population canceled it out. In Oregon, there was a black company that was supposed to get some funds for businesses for COVID-19. White and Latino businesses canceled that. They tied the money up in court. So it's not even the government. You have to understand.
I don't know that story. Can you break that down some more? How they tied it up in court?
If you look up see, we got this broadcast plan in portrait format, so I can't really put anything up on the screen. But
No,
there's an
you're fine.
article.
Tell me what it was. What's the name of it again?
There's an article in the Washington Post, and all you got to do is Google. The money was for African American businesses in Oregon. It's being held up in court. A white and a Latino business held the money up in court. Now, all lives matter, right? But the population at large, not the government, the population at large did that. Yeah, and I agree with Lala. Only a handful of us that's needed to get stuff done. Because if you take a look at how the United States was, I agree with that comment. Because if you look at how the United States was founded, it was only, quote, the founding fathers. It wasn't the whole country of Great Britain. It wasn't the whole UK. It wasn't the whole England.
Money held up in court. New funds faces mounting legal pressure. State fund meant to help Black Oregonians and Black-owned businesses navigate the COVID-19 pandemic in Oregon is seeing mounting legal pressure, even as the judge referred to the question of the $62 million lawsuit challenging the fund's constitutional payout. But another suit arose today, the one filed by a Mexican-American cafe owner in Portland. Both suits accused the state of violating the 14th Amendment protections by creating a fund. Oh, that's what they did. They use the
Yeah.
technicality. They use the
Mhm.
technicality.
Which is what they always do. They'll use a technicality to kill you without impunity and laugh
Yeah.
about it, and then say stuff like this right here that I'm about to put up on the screen. After they kill you and kill your kid or do whatever the hell they want to, then laugh at you and say, ha ha ha, Whitey is bad. While this entire country is buried on the bodies of Black and Indigenous people, they'll laugh
that's
at you
fucked
and
up.
say, ha ha ha, Whitey is bad.
That's fucked
While
up.
we're literally, we are right now sitting on the body of dead Black and Black Indigenous and Indigenous people that this country is built up over. This is a literal continental tombstone that we live on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just okay.
Really
And then
are.
they'll casually laugh and say, ha ha ha, Whitey is bad. You know why? Because they can do that without impunity. If you walked into a funeral home, you know, in some neighborhood that you didn't know, and somebody who was an OG in the neighborhood, you know, happened to be in the casket, and you go in there and say, you know, yeah, well, the motherfucker deserves to be in a casket. He's a piece of shit. Would you walk out of that funeral alive, or would the neighborhood take care of you right there? See, nobody takes care of Whitey. So Whitey gets to go around and do whatever the fuck he wants to, and then say, haha, you know, I'm bad. And then just walk off like everything is all good. Joe Biden is the descendant of slave owners.
Now,
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it is what it is. It's just, oh, you know, well.
Jabari said something that's where everybody's at. We don't control any of the mass means of production, not even natural resources, and we have no means of mass distribution. That is the absolute truth.
Yeah.
Why we don't have the full.
So what we need to do is we need to ask
as
ourselves
much
why.
as we would try it.
Now we're talking about red
We know
pills,
why.
and you're right. Jabari asked a great question, and see, even Queen Mercy agrees with him. So we're talking
Yes.
about red pills. So we need to ask ourselves the question why. Let me ask you guys the question. Let's bring this to the actual forefront of it. What we need to ask Kevin Samuels is, how are there any high value mans if we don't control any means of production? Because high value men control the means of production. Elon Musk controls means of production. Jeff Bezos controls means of production. Ted Turner controls means of production. Donald Trump controls means of production. There's a lot of other, like currently Joe Biden controls means of production. Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, they control means
Bezos, Amazon,
of production.
all that mess. Yes.
Tim Cook,
Walmart folks, all of them. But yeah.
How many of us control any means of production? How many
We
of
do
us
not.
even have a company on the S&P 500 or the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ? We need to start dealing in terms of reality, because if we think that if we operate being that we're inaccurately estimating that we're farther ahead than we actually are, well, if you think that you've trained for a fight and you haven't trained adequately, you're going to get knocked out every single time. That's what happens. We get knocked out every single time. We think we're doing good in Wilmington, North Carolina, and then Whitey is bad comes and burns it down and says, I'm bad, I'm white, I'm going to burn this shit down. And guess what? If I want to, then maybe I'll do something about it. And what I do won't be what you tell me to do. It'll be, it'll be what I decide to do.
The value system ain't where it needs to be with the community. Desires for what are known and conduct acknowledged. Harmful hand wishes to engage. I think we got to start the resources. Definitely. I know we've had distribution. I know we've had media. There's a lot of things that we have, but we never control resources and the mass.
Think about that. Why is that? Why? That's the question that we need to ask, and we need to perpetually ask that question until the media breaks. You know how your kids get on your nerves when they keep asking you a whole bunch of shit, and you're like, shut the fuck up. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Why you keep asking me this shit? No, I told you can't get any of that candy with any sugar in it. It's 10 o'clock at night. You ain't getting shit. And then you just flip the fuck out because they done asked you this shit so much.
Now,
that's what we need to do.
Said, you're right. Based on what you said, Wilmington, what Queen Mercy just said, Black Wall Street bombs. I had this conversation before. A lot of people always talking about getting guns and buying guns, and the gun sales went up and all this and that. Guns ain't shit. I got to tell y'all right now. Black Wall Street went down in what year?
I'm not sure. See, we need Izzy for that historical accuracy. I'm not sure.
What did they take Black Wall Street out with?
Black Wall Street. That was in Tulsa, right? That was in Tulsa. They burned. That was Tulsa, Oklahoma.
How did they
burned it down?
Black Wall Street. I'm gonna start putting people here right now. How did they take Black Wall Street out?
How'd they take it out?
I'm asking. I know people in the chat. Y'all got the year. Tell me how to take out Black Wall Street. Straight up.
See, that's important.
Now
That's
it
a
gets
good
quiet.
question, bro.
Yes, because nobody acknowledges this.
Now look at this.
Wait, and forgive me, Rob. Forgive me, please.
No, go ahead. I'm actually about to. I'm actually about to go hit the bathroom real quick. So give me like 2 seconds. Go ahead, Tony. You got it.
Bombs from planes by air attack. Do you all see that? I've been saying this all year. Nobody addresses it. Nobody talks about it. They took it out with bombs from planes. Black Wall Street had prior military that was armed to the teeth. If you really want to have a fight, if you really want to define a system, you got to match weaponry. We don't match weaponry. There's your red pill. They had planes 100 years ago. The fuck is your 9mm going to
do? Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Come on, comment now. We talk shit all day. Comment now. What are we going to do with a 9mm? What are we going to do with a Tech 9? What are you going to do with a 12 gauge?
It's going to do nothing, man. Not against a bomb.
They had propeller planes back then. Now you got stealth jet turbine fighters. What is your gun going to do? I'm starting to shit myself. I do this all day. Black Wall Street went down because somebody said somebody raped them. There was a city that used to be in Georgia called Oscarville, Georgia. The city got destroyed once again by a woman that said she got raped. You won't find Oscarville, Georgia right now because it's under Lake Lanier.
Wow.
We ain't thinking. Stop this bullshit back and forth talking about we gotta start. There's no progression with some of these conversations.
Yeah, that's fact.
We keep talking past. We're not talking progression. We're talking about finance. We're talking about resources. We're talking about legalization. All that shit's been used against us all goddamn ready. I'm just being real.
Yeah, man.
I've been thinking about this for at least 15 years. I can't even come up with nothing new. We don't own no planes. We don't own no satellites. We don't own enough weaponry. We don't have our own military. We don't have a base. We're barely maintaining home. We're getting locked up in jail. Both sexes are starting to dress like the opposite, and motherfuckers don't want to keep a job. What are we doing again? And I know this shit is recorded. I know people are going to get mad at me, but it's time to start facing some fucking facts that are calling each other out.
Yeah, man.
I'm just being real. It is very much red pill. I'm sorry. It's very much red pill. I'd be mad as hell if I was a Black Panther still sitting in jail watching you motherfuckers driving around a Mercedes-Benz. Y'all won't give me no bail money, pay for my lawyer to get me the fuck up out of here after I put my life on the line for your ass. We got to change all that shit up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean.
For real.
Absolutely.
It's been an hour. I'm a little comfortable. Y'all forgive me. I'm just telling y'all the goddamn truth.
No, man.
I go to work on purpose. I try to put something. I got to maintain home. The first thing we got to do is maintain fucking home. Ain't nobody talk about that shit yet. The fuck y'all doing? People done died. Not for you to bullshit.
Yeah.
People done died for you to learn as much. But I admit I wasn't the smartest motherfucker in school because I couldn't pay attention to that shit. But when I got out there, I started remembering some of the shit that I forgot because I kept my books, I kept a lot of my notes, and I was thinking about the shit that I was trying to work on. Some of that shit will come back to you if you start trying to live right. The world is full of distractions. Money and sex. Everything to throw your instincts all the way off.
Yeah.
You got to get back. And this ain't just black folks. I'm going to tell y'all right goddamn now. Because the black-white argument is dying. And I hear from the celebrities, we are all one race. What are we going to do as a race to progress, to prosper, and to survive? Because now everybody is fighting the system. I think we all need to acknowledge that as well. The system is being fought more than the races right now. The race argument is getting old. I live in the middle of Georgia. Nothing will blow your mind than going somewhere and finding out people don't hate you as much as you were taught they were.
Absolutely, man.
I'm gonna give y'all some real shit. I know a bunch of y'all don't know me. I know a bunch of y'all just met me. I know some of y'all have seen me act the fuck up in here. I do this shit all damn day. But if you look at both sides of the story, that's only gonna come up with an answer. Some of y'all so tunnel vision, you can't get past the fuck you gotta fight. That's why you ain't getting nowhere. Now the beer's starting to kick in. I ain't popped my meds yet. I'm gonna really get delirious in this motherfucker. Let me read some of these comments. I know somebody cussing me out and calling me stupid. Let me see what I'm missing. Like I said, planes. They took out Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921 with planes. Let me give y'all some knowledge. I'm retired Air National Guard. I'm currently Civil Service Air Force aircraft mechanic. Your gun ain't gonna do shit. Anybody up here prior Army, you know I ain't lying. Anybody up here prior Navy, you know I ain't lying. Anybody up here is a Marine, you know I ain't lying. Anybody here in the Coast Guard, you know I ain't lying. Anybody here from another country with any military that knows anything about their military, you know I ain't lying. And if you still don't believe me, watch the news. You know I ain't lying. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Y'all want me to wake up over the damn vaccine. I ain't worried about a shot. You can shit them poisons out your body. You better worry about some other shit. I'm just saying. Drink some water, exercise, eat some fruit, vegetables, get off of the fast food, the grease, and the candy. If you eat naturally, your body can fight the virus itself. Spoiler alert. They've been telling you since last year. You better listen to some of these Islam. You better listen to Sanjay Gupta last year before they got this ass. He had to change his speeches from this year. I spent all last year watching the news when everything was shut down. Y'all don't listen to half what the fuck they said. They told you how to beat this shit before the vaccine came out, before the treatments came out. We only know about 5 vaccines in the United States that came out. There's over 20 in the globe. And a bunch of y'all don't know about that other virus over there in Asia that's worse than COVID-19 that ain't got over here yet. It's been out for 20 years. How much time we got? I ain't got to work in the morning. Rob know me. I go to sleep by midnight. I ain't got to work in the morning.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. So
we have to launch an economical war and start generating wealth within our communities. Kevin, I started with that last year. I'm not going to lie. Frida, I used to like you, woman. Oh shit! The military cannot go ham on domestic shores. The aim will have to be persevered in infrastructure. Is that roguish son? Roguish son. Let me take your comment and go back to what I said 15 minutes ago.
I can put that up.
Can you put that up?
Yeah, I'm presenting it on the screen right now.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not putting them on blast. Look at this comment right here.
Yeah, guys.
What did we just say happened to Black Wall Street?
Every time.
How did they take it out?
By plane.
What kind of planes did they use? Once again, we're having the same argument. That didn't take 10 minutes. Point made. And no disrespect, but they do it. Foreign and domestic. Military know what I'm talking about. Brother Shannon, how you living? I saw you up there. I ain't shot you out earlier, man. Big ups always. I'm just giving y'all the real. We done did the legal thing. We have built our own city. They destroyed them. We have fought back. They have killed us. We have won legal fights. They still put us in jail.
Yeah.
We have started to raise families that started kidnapping, killing, selling our kids. What the fuck are we going to do now? I'm going to read the comments and wait what the fuck y'all say. They deployed the military in Ferguson on protesters. Can you throw that up there, please, bro? Kevin Baker.
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely.
We're going to have some fun.
This is facts right here.
Yeah, I'm done with the bullshit.
Yeah, man.
The legal fight for reparations started last year. You know how we got reparations? They formed a committee to investigate it. The fuck you looking for? You know who we are because y'all been tracking us since we got here, and you know who the kids are, the grandkids are, the great-grandkids are, the great-great-grandkids are. Hell, you know Beyonce's original mother before she got over here, but you don't know who to give money to? Get the fuck out of here. If I'm on child support, y'all can find me in the desert, but you don't know who to give reparations to? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man.
A plane crashes in the Indian Ocean, you can't find it. But if a motherfucker commit a crime, you can find him by a cell phone right here. Get the fuck out of here. They don't want to.
No.
Do you even know how much the amount is on the reparations bill, ladies and gentlemen? It's called HR 40. It came out last year. Please look it up. What I mean is a fight that will break out in this land will not be one claim dominance, one to claim dominance over into the system, but to completely uproot it. The infrastructure itself will be attacked now. But I understand you, Rogish. Please understand that. I do understand you. But they have used the military at home. And the first thing people say is they can't do that. They got a law against it. I said, I know they got a law against it, but I also know they're doing it. Did y'all forget about the Black Lives Matter march last year? Who was out there? Who do you know? What private company has tanks? Rogish, son, you are close. And the reason why I would tell you that you are close is because I saw a calculation last year that said that amount. Let me tell you that it's higher than that. I'm going to give him 30 seconds. One, I got to catch my breath. Two, I want to read these comments. I appreciate meeting you. I appreciate you letting me stay up here. This is your broadcast. I know you didn't, you know what I'm saying. I'm having a fucking ball. I do this shit.
No,
I've got some friends. I know some of them going to be mad, but some of these motherfuckers that I hang with on Haps, Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram talk the shit that they want to. God damn it, I'm going to do the same motherfucking thing when I feel like it. So
man,
stay mad. Fuck.
I'm going to say this, man.
Yes.
I want this podcast to be facts over feelings.
Good.
Facts over feelings, man.
Rob, do me a favor. Don't say nothing for 60 seconds because I want to see if somebody going to answer my question.
Nigga, I didn't say something for like motherfucking like 370 seconds, but okay.
You went to the bathroom, which means you were noisy as hell. Just hold the hell
I went to the bathroom. I smoked a mild. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Yeah, mild and yaks.
Anybody that can give me the amount, I'm waiting. Let me know if y'all see an amount in the comments because I'm scrolling up. Please let me know if one pops up in the bottom, y'all. Because I'm going to give him 60 seconds. Shout out to Frida.
Out to you. Money making gems, you're right. We definitely have a crabs in barrel.
Hey, Blacklight, I can stay on after my man's, bro. I appreciate the permission.
Yeah, I mean, money making gems, you're absolutely right. We definitely have a crabs in the barrel mentality, but I think we also have a victimhood.
No, we don't have a crabs in the barrel mentality. What we need to do is anytime we talk about something, we need to stop blaming ourselves and start putting it exactly where the blame needs to go. We have a mental disorder, and the mental disorder is identity disassociation, and it's a result of white supremacy, starting with slavery. White people and white supremacy get too much of a pass anytime we talk about this stuff because they feel that they need to be coddled because there's no consequence for them doing whatever it is that they want to, so they can be as vile as they want to. They can feed babies to alligators, and we're not gonna talk about that. No, it needs to be talked about as hurtful, as impactful as it needs to be until it's understood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's just how it needs to be. You know, they have no problem talking about how we are 55% of the crime rate and 13% of the population.
Yes,
let's talk about the reason why light-skinned people here in the United States exist. Well, it's because people couldn't stop forcefully keeping their dicks out of their female slaves. Let's talk about the rate, and now let's talk about how that translates to who's leading those same FBI statistics that we lead in violent crimes in rapes, and child molestation, and pedophilia and all that stuff.
Did they put an amount down there yet, y'all?
I think Rogish actually put a number in. I'm trying
to see where the last one was at. I'm gonna get down.
What's up, Empress? What's going on? Yeah, no, I think Rogish actually put something in a while. Let me see if I can say.
Okay, I'm
Bronze
not
the
getting
God
caught up.
he put 12.5 trillion.
Tell him I said nope. No disrespect. Nope.
Okay, here it is. Rogish said, I say 55 trillion and a tax of 900
Wait a minute.
trillion
Big
for
ups to
medical
Bronze the God.
experimentation alone. Yeah,
Big ups to
exactly.
Bronze the God, because Bronze the God said something I did not know. So big ups to you. I did not know that bill had been around that long. I did not know. I say 55 trillion and the tax 900. Okay, I have not heard that number, but the 55 trillion I did know. The 900 trillion for the medical experimentation I did not know. Black people work together. They'll be on the stop board. And the question when we are going to start teaching ourselves like people. Who doesn't
So
at the part?
money making Jims is my man. Money making Jims is my man. So I don't want him to think that I'm going at him crazy. But he says it takes thousands of years to fix. It doesn't take thousands of years to fix. This shit could be fixed by the end of the year because there's two solutions. We can take the reparations or we can go about them the political, the political way. Now, my thing is it didn't take thousands of years to create these situations. If we go back in history, this stuff, as far as with the transatlantic slave trade and even farther, African victimization in Europe, because in Spain there was Asiento de Negros and the black tax and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That shit happened back in the 1500s. All right. So we're talking about hundreds of years. So we're not giving white people thousands of years to fix anything that they fucked up in 100 years. If we're dealing with accounting, we're dealing with a business, because this is the United States of America. Right? This is the United States of America, the United States Corporation of America. Then that means that we need to deal in business terms, and we're dealing with a balance sheet. So if it took 400 or 500 years to fuck up, then that means that you have a time frame of 400 or 500 years to fix the shit.
Same balance of time. Now, not to cut you off, everything that I saw, I think it was Bronze the God that put up that 900 million, and the bill was out since the 70s. Nobody putting the amount up yet. HR 40 came out last summer. And I'm not giving you all no secret information. This was literally on CNN last year.
HR 40 is a joke, but that's neither here nor there. Go
I
ahead.
feel you. If it's a joke, cool, but that's what they're working on. They're probably bullshitting, because if you said it's been out since the 70s, that's why it's a joke. And I feel you on that. But I saw it on the bottom of the ticker tape. When these people on the news are talking, y'all need to read the bottom. They were dropping some facts on the bottom last year.
Did you know that the UK just stopped paying reparations to slave owners in 2015? And you got this coon Larry Elder saying that descendants of slave owners need to get paid reparations, despite the fact that not only did they get paid reparations, but they stole the reparations, that the little breadcrumbs that the United States gave to slaves.
Petty Idah told us about that last year. I
Yeah.
did not know he said that shit. But HR 40, the amount in that bill is $6.2 quadrillion. Let me be clear. I never heard of that number. I didn't realize how big that number was. That is an unattainable amount.
Marcus says, what about Mexican people or Middle Eastern or Asian? Well,
I'm gonna get to
Mexican. Well, a lot of that whole group of people there is a subgroup of white supremacy, for one, and for two, those people don't identify as black. So anything that black people are trying to get doesn't have anything to do with them unless it's Afro-Mexicans that want to act right and identify as black. If they want to do that whole, well, we're Latino while they're getting their ass beat down in Juarez, that doesn't have anything to do with us. And as far as Middle Eastern or Asian, I'm pretty sure that the Afghanistan people who just came here got $3,000, and the AAPI people just got a hate crime bill and didn't say shit about getting black people the Emmett Till lynching act. So as far as Asian people, we have Andrew Yang, who's starting to make his own anti-black Asian political party, and
He's what?
Yeah, he left the Democrats. Andrew Yang did most recently.
He's making an anti-black party?
Man, he's anti-black than a motherfucker. The first thing that he did was leave the Democrats, who we all know that the Democrats are anti-black, and he decided to, try to, taste the groceries on Fox News. You didn't see that interview with him on Fox? Well, what we have is a situation where the United States is going into a civil war, and why is the United States going into a civil war? What was like Jason Black said? I don't like saying stuff, and I don't quote the people who said it. So shouts out to Jason Black. Like Jason Black said, what was the cause of the Civil War? Black people. Go into San Francisco, Look at the case of those police officers, Peter Liang and all of those other people. These people are on code and 100% against us. In Colorado, there was an Asian and a white teenager who burned up a Senegalese family, and the white government on code with the Asians said, you know, this is not a hate crime. You took your motherfucking ass from your neighborhood all the way to a ethnically Senegalese neighborhood, burned 5 people alive, and that shit's not a hate crime. Like Izzy said this morning, and I'm not just saying this because Izzy is my boy. That's why me and Izzy get along, because a lot of this shit that we say is the same. We're in an all-out war. When motherfuckers can burn 5 members of your family alive, and you can travel from an outside locality to go in and do that shit, and the white government says, oh, well, you know what? It's not a hate crime. Guess what? You're under attack. You are in a situation where there are allies against you. As soon as they released us from slavery, they declared war on us. Every single thing that's been going on in the United States since the Emancipation Proclamation till now has been an act of war. What's the difference between what's going on here in the United States with black people versus what's going on with Palestinians, other than the fact that since Palestinians are lighter than us and have straight hair, they actually fucking matter?
To what's her name? Layla Papa, yeah, that was the amount on the bill. Seriously. That was the amount on the bill. It was 6.2 quadrillion when it came out last year. Even Izzy was like, he said we'll never see that money. I said, I understand, but they're fighting for it. And now here's what blows my mind. How all of a sudden all this money starts getting kicked out across the United States.
Well, that's why. Because if we do it to everybody, then we make it look like we're trying to get along. We're trying to heal our wounds. You're not trying to heal any wounds. You're not trying to heal any wounds. I know a lot of people have issues with the Haitians. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of, well, let me see. Hold on. Lala says, Black Light Revelations. Wait, wasn't a black family in LA and Georgia attacked by Mexican immigrants where their homes are being firebombed? I don't know about that, Lala. When I say I don't know about that, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying I haven't come across that information, but I'm not, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't put it past them.
I'm about to look up the one in Georgia now.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, Money Making Graham says people are scared of black people. That's not true. No one on the planet is scared of us. The only time anyone is scared of black people is when we're in a arena where white people make the rules and there's a white referee to tell somebody what the rules are. Now, if we're playing basketball, if we're playing football, if we're boxing, if it's MMA, yeah, people are scared of us. When it comes to in the streets, when you are the group of people that the United States can do whatever the fuck they want to without impunity, nobody's scared of us. I could walk outside tomorrow and somebody could blow my fucking brains out. And all they have to do is say, well, you know, when he was 7, he had an aggression problem. And that's it. Fox News, Tucker Carlson runs with it. You know what I'm saying? NBC runs with it. They have a whole system in place to just slide shit under the rug, just like how they slid everything done to our fucking ancestors under the rug, and it's just okay. Yeah. And if you talk about it, you know, don't let your mom bring it up. You know, the police killed my baby. You know what I'm saying? He got good grades. He graduated magna cum laude. Oh, listen, you're just being a victim. You're just being a victim. That's the United States answer to everything. If you talk about some shit that the United States did, you're just being a victim. Let's talk about what the United States did to white people. And I'm not talking about American white people. Let's talk about what they did to Eastern European white people. Let's talk about the lawsuits against the Clintons for bombing Serbia into radiation. So what you're dealing with is people that don't even give a fuck about their own people. That's why the whole eastern part of Europe is called Slavs. They kept that name because they were slaves. We need to be called Slavs as well, because we were fucking slaves. So these motherfuckers went east, made slaves, came all over the world and made slaves. It's literally a part of the schematic that's done.
To Layla Papa, I don't see the one in Georgia. I see the one in LA. I haven't found the one in Georgia yet. Big as to what you were saying, Rob, because that's some deep ass shit. To Tyreek Steadman, groups like NFAC are just wasting their time. NFAC is done.
Yeah, don't even get me started
NFAC
on
is
there
done.
on that. I ain't even going. I ain't even going there. But anybody that follows my YouTube channel, I got videos about NFAC
That dude
and my sentiments
tried.
about NFAC. Well,
That dude
there's. Do
tried.
you know anything
He
about? They said
tried.
that he was he used to work secret service and like all kinds of other shit. Like that
He was
nigga's a weirdo. Like
paramilitary. He was on one, and he tried. I was like, I gotta see how long this lasts. He tried.
facts. Hold
He
on, real quick. I'm about to
tried.
take this off real quick, and I'm about to put my man Rogish up here.
You good? I'm about to
You know
come
what?
down in a minute. I'm about to
No,
come down in a minute.
no, bro. You finna stay your ass up here. They about to be like, you know what? Tony had other business to do today. Tony had other things to do today.
Yeah, man.
I'm supposed to be all over the place.
Yeah,
Facts over
that's the
feelings
that's the
podcast.
problem. That's the problem. That's what Neely Fuller calls silly mode. They want us all over the place and off balance.
I'm
You know
not
what I'm
all
saying?
balanced. This shit been on my mind. I'm not all balanced. Trust me. I can stick around. I'm good. I said I'm gonna do 30 minutes. Yeah, have me up here an hour over. This I appreciate y'all though, for real. And honestly, I don't mind anybody fact checking or let me know what's good. And I love what I'm seeing over these comments because y'all telling me some shit. But we got to come to terms with what the hell's going on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to come to terms with what the hell's going on.
So the thing is how do you deal with it going forward? Like how do you deal
That's
with?
That's what I'm saying. We can't answer that. Nobody answers what we're going to do as far as getting there, and then what we're going to do once we get there. We still talking about just getting there in the first place. Everything we talked about, we've already tried. What's next?
So my man Tariq, I think if I said his name properly, sometimes I mess up these names, but I'm getting them though. I'm getting them.
Tariq. I haven't seen him.
Hold on real quick. I'm about to put it up here right now. He's actually being tried by the federal government. And see this shit is in fucking portrait instead of landscape. So I don't have like it's not letting me
make it the full screen. Make it full screen.
It's not letting me screen share. Hold on, I can take myself off. Hold on, I'm gonna take myself off real quick, and I'm gonna try to do it again. Hold on, it's saying hold on real quick. I'm gonna get rid of that real quick. You know what? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna take everybody off the screen real quick.
So give me a second. That should work, I think.
Y'all just keep talking. I'm gonna stop the screen share.
Pick the problem match up here. Coding, trade, and STEM. I'm with you on the STEM.
Definitely.
I'm with you on the STEM. I'm with you on that.
Coding
and trade, I feel you on that STEM. I think it should be the first one, honestly.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here we go. Right here, I think. Yeah, okay. So here we go right here. And you probably won't be able to see all of it. Yo, Rogish, you there, bro?
He ain't connected yet.
He ain't connected yet. Okay. So if you guys can see this is a page off of Twitter. All right. And this is from the Trace. And it says Black people formed one of the largest militias in the United States. Now its leaders is in prosecutors' crosshairs. Now I gotta ask you the question: when is the last time you heard anything about the Boogaloo Boys or the Oath Keepers or the Proud Boys in prosecutors' crosshairs? Well, hold on real quick. Money Making Gems, you said good. My channel put me to your live. Yo, if you want to call in, all you got to do is go to Haps and follow Blacklight Revelations. And once I get the notification for you following me, that's the only way I can invite you. I'll invite you to the stream and you can call in and talk if you want to. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for anybody. You just got to go to haps.tv or download Haps onto your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took Rob a while too. So
no, it didn't take me a while. Go look at my shit, bro. Like me and Izzy was doing live streams before him and Petty Idol started back doing their little show that they used to do.
on Haps. I'm talking about on Haps.
But I just don't. The only reason I fuck with Haps is because like when I do live streams, I don't think that YouTubers, I don't like Dr. Red Pill has his own YouTube channel. I don't think his audience should have to sacrifice if we go live on my channel. I think that if he goes live, his audience should be able to view it on his channel if they want to. And my audience, if they want to, they should be able to view it on my channel. And we can all interact that way. So it's not all that getting lost and shit like that. So that's one of the things that I like about Haps. So like that's why like if I'm doing a joint like a project with other people, then I'm like, no, it's Haps, bro. Just put a H in front of apps.
HAPPS.
Yeah,
was another thing mentioned with the biracial and mulatto Hispanics have been exposed to CIs, and the word is Yeah, I was waiting on that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was waiting.
Hold on. You know what? Give me 2 seconds, you guys. Tony, you and Dr. Red Pill, take care of everybody. Because what I'm gonna do is, yo, Kid Fit, if you in here, bro, I'm going to send the link for people to find Haps and come here to
Hold on.
IG.
Let me ask you a question. Is your banner up?
You said it's my banner up?
Yeah, when you on Haps, you know how that banner comes up with your invite link on there?
I don't know.
Mine should come up.
Put
me on the full screen real quick. Let me see something.
You ain't going on no full screen. No, I'm just playing. Hold on real quick.
So we
ain't going on motherfucking full screen. Ain't going on a damn full screen.
When you see my name, you're going to see a link come up in a minute. Rob has one as well. It's going to be Black Light Revelation. It's going to look like mine. Hang on. Let me see if it'll come up. Then this motherfucker going to put a comment up there. This son of a bitch.
Y'all be all right, man. Y'all be all right, Tony. You smart.
Man, damn.
I'd already put them all up there. Hold on. We got Rogish in the building. What's good, bro?
Rogish.
Yo, salute,
man,
fam.
Right, he's connected. Still says disconnected. Yeah.
Salute, fam. What's up with you?
Okay, yeah,
Shit,
he in now.
Loving this build that y'all.
Rogish, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Respect, cuz.
Respect. Yeah, my link didn't come up yet. You're going to see a link that looks like mine. His name is going to be on it the same way mine is. If it ever come up, he stopped throwing comments on the screen.
I ain't throwing no more comments on the screen. This nigga just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. This motherfucker just talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Where is it? No, it normally comes up. After the name comes up, it shows the Haps invite link on there. That's okay, it's too tight. It's too tight.
Rogish, did you set up multi-streaming, bro? Are you live on YouTube or no?
Nah, not YouTube. I was gonna do a different channel anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna be a little bit milder.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with. No, I was just asking because you can, because that's one of the benefits of using this app. Like you can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. This new, right?
It's been around for a minute.
2-3
like,
years old.
yeah, like me and Izzy been using this for a minute. What's up, Alexandria P? When other groups engage in organized crime, they have Alexandria P. You missed us. You missed the video this morning with me and Izzy and Mo Fax. Man, I literally said that when black people do crime, they don't even do crime right.
You stupid.
I'm dead. No, I'm dead serious. When the organized criminals with Al Capone and the Lucianos and the Gambinos, why do they sell their drugs primarily to black people? They don't go to the white, rich, affluent areas and sell drugs to those neighborhoods. They go down to the ghetto. They go to East New York. They go to Chicago. They go to those places and sell to ghettos. They are part of white supremacy, and they are the reason why the crack infiltration happened. And then you know what we do? We name ourselves after them as right. We honor those motherfuckers.
We had that conversation.
Yeah, we gotta stop that.
Yeah, we had that conversation.
We gotta stop that.
We honor those motherfuckers and then turn around and do what?
Ain't seen a rapper named Bumpy Johnson yet. You motherfuckers ain't shit.
Ain't seen a rapper name. I seen a motherfucker going. I seen a nigga on YouTube named Crank Lucas, and that's as far as it goes. And then Denzel played him. I ain't seen nobody named Nicky Bonds. None of that. But you didn't name themselves after a white motherfucker though. They didn't name themselves.
You ain't gonna have no big meaches.
Well, we do got 50 Cent. We do got 50 Cent.
Right.
Yeah.
And
was he homie, little homie, or something? Did he do some Rick Ross shit?
50 Cent was a real motherfucker.
50 Cent was in Brooklyn, right? Bumpy Johnson.
I'm talking about the rapper. Did the rapper do some MC Gusto shit with homie's name?
Yeah. Freeway Ricky Ross was part of that whole CIA thing when they put the drugs into the Black Panthers.
Wow.
Get started, man. Drop the jewels, bro. Drop the jewels.
I'm
about to mute my mic so we can hear.
Old boy took his name and he couldn't even get it back. That's the most disrespectful shit I ever seen in court.
He should always have his out on him.
He couldn't get his own name back. The rapper took his name. He couldn't even get it back. He sued him to get his name back.
And lied and said he sold his. He took his name and his dope.
Yes,
man.
Yes. The other side of the country. The other side of the country. I said, "What the fuck out of here?" What Dave Chappelle said. What are they doing that we ain't?
Man. Yeah. No, that's some red pill shit. Now, see, when we dealing with red pills like this, When we're
Yeah.
dealing with actual red pills, that's why I fucks with this shit. That's why I fucks with my man Rogish.
Already.
He took the man's name and he couldn't even get it back in court. I was like, oh, this shit hurt my heart. That shit worse than what Gucci said to Jeezy. Jesus.
Yeah.
Look.
Stole a man name.
You stole his name, and the thing is, you make millions off of it, but you don't. What is it? You don't put nothing toward his foundations. Like Rick Ross is actually throwing some work out here. You know what I'm saying? Community shit, grassroots. So, you know what I'm saying? Dude is really out of pocket.
All the way. Just took his beard and everything. He don't even look like him. Hell yeah.
You said took his beard. You stupid.
Shit, Freeway had his beard too. Both of them had the same beard, that motherfucker.
That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy, man.
Fucking prison guard. The real
we
nigga.
we gotta come to consensus on like a way to be able to be productive. That's like the most basic thing.
What do you think is production that people think they need, though?
It depends. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to like say the things that they think would be the most beneficial, and then, you know, we take a consensus. You know what I'm saying? And the consensus should be nationwide. But in my opinion, the most important is power.
Yeah, but the thing is, black people never wanted that kind of power, man. They don't want the kind of power that.
So if we don't want power and we're living under a system of supremacy,
they want power, but they want the power to live comfortable. That's
well, they need to have the power to understand that if somebody has power over you, you're gonna live the way they say you can live.
Yeah.
Money making.
I mean, but damn, you understand something, fam? If you permit your human worth to get to the level of someone declaring that shit to be an animal or whatever, it's like, all right, fam, I understand. You know what I'm saying? What does being a human really mean? You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's supposed to mean something to a motherfucker want to be lethal for it. People don't want to be lethal for their humanity, fam. They just rather be some robots, some automatons. You know what I mean? Look, they said this shit in 1984.
That's facts.
This is the dystopian future,
I don't think so, because earlier, like I said, I think we're just tired of sacrifice, not getting enough of a return off of it. That's not cowardice. That's re-strategizing.
No, you got to take into consideration, though, fam. Remember when the integration thing stopped? Why did black people deflood the areas, fam? They had to be around these people. Think about it. These motherfuckers. Okay. First thing.
So I'm gonna let Rogish about to be on fire. I'm gonna let Rogish drop his jewels. I'm listening. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back because I'm just going off the camera real quick. Go ahead, bro. You good?
Civil rights thing, dog. Would you send your little girl into the schools first and foremost to be the segregationist of the schools and everything?
Back then, I think they sent the kids in for better conditions and better education than what was being taught.
1960s, you understand?
I know.
7 and 8-year-old little girls into an all-white school where they're saying
they protect them when they went in the shit they went through. I agree. Like in Arkansas,
that was lunacy. Notice nobody talks about that. They just talk about the schools being segregated. Mm-hmm. Look at the environment. You had to have armed motherfucking. I think that was
Arkansas
National. Yeah, Arkansas. Wasn't the guard out there or something like that? Yeah, nigga, the guard had to lead these little girls into school to get educated.
Most people just want to be comfortable. They don't understand that they gotta have a school. Yeah, I mean that's real what he said, Bronze God. I'm for real with that. And
putting that up.
You said there's an aspect of lunacy, and I hear you on that. But I really do believe we went for better conditions and better information taught to us. But it's still.
What gets people the value? What gets them valuing themselves?
Matching
where they're supposed to value themselves.
And I got you on that. Matching where we at is lunacy, as it seems like you said. They wanted to get in a better situation than where they were at. You wanted the children to have a better future, but you put your children at risk, which everybody has done in any aspect of society.
No problem with that. The thing is, why hasn't there been a proper judgment of the setting that they were in? There's not been a proper judgment.
They don't want to do it. It's evident now. It's 100 years later. It's evident now. No shade on what you're saying. They don't want to give it to us. We got to go fight for it, like everybody's saying in the comments. But
no. I'm talking to the black community. Why ain't the black community trying to give the proper judgment where it's supposed to go? don't go to the pilgrims. It don't go to.
If we were
It
back,
don't.
if we were back where we were from, you would be correct. Being that we're over here and we gotta adapt to their ways, if they will, just to damn survive. I feel you, but that's what it was.
All right. So then,
We
what was
had our
God?
natural.
Then?
Say what?
What was how does God fit into that equation? Cause
Oh,
God
we
has
got
to.
lied to about God.
God, not to
We
Nat
got lied to.
Turner. Nat Turner believed everything he believed in. It was white Jesus that told that nigga to get on the rip.
I ain't walking with that one. Nothing personal. I just.
He wasn't even a Hebrew Israelite, no, cuz that nigga white Jesus told Nat Turner to grab that axe and take out as many of these motherfuckers. I don't know how white Jesus was out, cuz.
I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be like this. Whatever makes you strong,
Nat, I want you to go into that.
Right. Go and handle this shit. It's enough is enough, man. Let me holler at you one time. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. And we're not talking about racism. We're talking about what we talking about.
Religious.
Torture and torment, domination, and disrespect.
Y'all gotta look at it like it's a movie, dog. If it was a movie.
Well, this is a long fucking movie, first of all. This
yeah, it's a long movie, but think about it, though.
Man, but what we got to do
maybe
right
people
now,
don't know it's a vengeance flick. You know what I'm saying?
There
people
is
don't
a
know
vengeance
that.
flick. You are correct. And this is another level of the vengeance. I agree with you on that. But like I said, we got to get back to some of our instinct. Now, as far as back then, I think we was in our instinct, but we were losing where we was at. So we had to learn some of their ways to survive. That's where the education system came into one aspect. Mind you, when we got our freedom, we was trying to hold our own way and hold our own styles.
No. They look. Black people always wanted to amalgamate within the system to toxic levels, cause always the
United States.
Yes, United States.
I halfway disagree with that, honestly. And the only reason why I say that is because when we had a chance to go somewhere,
I'm from North Tulsa, cuz. Look, hear me out.
Good,
I'm from North Tulsa.
Good.
You hear me?
Come on.
Check it out.
The thing I've been to Tulsa. That's a big ass city. People don't realize how big that little motherfucker is.
Yeah.
Tulsa big as shit. They ain't been out there in 20 years. Those
black people there, fam, they did everything by the book. Everything by the book, everything by the law. I don't look at the situation with slavery and all that included with it. I look at after slavery, because that's when you're looking at everyone and you can start to rejudge the situation. Clean slate. What happens after slavery? Do they hold up to the fucking contract?
No, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm not staying up for another hour. I gotta go in a minute. And this
motherfucker gangster, nigga. We looking at this shit like we're interacting with governments, and this shit is gangster, cuz. This shit is not government. It has nothing to do with white supremacy.
Izzy, what's up? If you coming up, I'm not gonna stay up there that damn
just
long.
a white
I'm not
person
staying up
thing.
here all night.
It don't matter if they're a supremacist or not.
I agree with you. And let's be clear, what you said was 100% correct. They did everything by the book. They did everything by the motherfucking book. They did everything legit, and they found a way to come in and tear that motherfucker down. So
that's
gangster. What are we going to do next?
That's gangster. That's not political.
What are we going to do next?
Well, then it's the rules of the sandbox, right? Nobody gets to build their castle if nobody gets to build their castle. We've been going about this shit the wrong way. You know what I'm talking about? You want a piece of the pie when the pie motherfucking spoiled.
I like how you said
and
that.
you still need to eat.
I like how you said that. That's real shit.
And that spoiled ass pies in the motherfucking way, cuz. What you gonna do, nigga?
That's real shit.
That's facts, man.
That's real shit.
Look, this situation
pie spoiled and you still gotta eat. That's real shit. So like I said, what we gonna do?
All right. So now you gotta ask people what the hell is that, what it is that they want and why do they want it? And if it's anything that going on with the motherfucking pie, then we got issues.
Well, my thing is they know what they want. What you gonna do when you get it?
Well, that's the thing. Is most of the things they want, they're looking to spend it within the current system and shit. And it's like, look, this system is anti-black enrichment. All right, they like rich niggas, but it's anti-black enrichment, especially when it's on the communal sense. They can't take it.
I told your ass I meant to go an hour ago, and Izzy ass pop up. You know that's 3 more hours, right? Goddamn that.
Oh, Izzy popped up? Where he at?
He popped up. Oh my god.
It look like you better get another Corona. It's gonna be a while. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna make this shit. I don't want to fall asleep.
You gotta get mucho cerveza, my man, because it's gonna be a minute. Oh, I'm here. Oh, okay. Hold on. I invited you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. Let me
Big ups, Rogish. You dress some good shit.
Respect.
Yeah, you should already have an invite, bro. Just come up if you can.
Oh God, Izzy ass gonna have us
that's
up
the
here
thing.
2 hours.
Look, the thing is, this is how to see the situation like this, because the whole thing is when crack came in, it killed everything. And it's like, look, you need to know you was poor before crack came in.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
facts.
didn't know, you didn't know shit was fucked up with your situation until crack came in. It's like, all right,
Facts.
because if you remember before crack, man, black neighborhood was some dope shit, cuz. You know what I mean? It was
What's
fucking
up,
dope as
fool?
fuck.
What's good, man?
Respect.
right. Your shit muted, nigga.
Nah, he's talking. He's just outside.
That nigga
What's
drinking
good?
Starbucks.
What's good, man? Yeah,
Good.
this nigga
I'm
lit.
drinking McDonald's.
Are you? I got a little
MGDs,
Starbucks.
I ain't think.
Oh yeah, it's not Corona, y'all. This is MGD. Corona
Oh,
for the weak
MGD.
folks. This MGD.
I ain't mad at it.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I
You better
got
take
a-
him
Yeah,
to
it's about
Atlanta
to
in the
get real.
morning, nigga.
Bronze the God, you already know. You already
I'm at work though, but what's up? What's the conversation? Because I heard God, Bible, and I heard Buckbreaking. What the fuck?
Oh man. So yeah. So wait, hold on. We gotta hear how God got brought into the conversation, and then we gotta hear Izzy's take on God, because no one's ever heard this
Seriously?
before. So you know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
What you mean, God? What you mean?
Oh shit.
What? Tell me. So speak. Let me know.
So what was you saying
I'm
about
just saying,
about the whole God thing? I like Snapshot's comment from earlier when he said, anytime we come together, religion should be taken out of it, because things that divide us should be taken out of it, and we should only talk about things that unify us.
I agree.
Well, look, if motherfucker use it right, it's all right. But if they don't know how to use it, then throw the shit away, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? This God shit be sounding really human and shit. And it's like, all right, don't be telling me about this super powered human cosmic motherfucker. Nah, let's get a little bit deeper than just, the old stories and shit. How we use that motherfucking now in this day and age? Fuck
Right.
out of here, man. We're fighting monsters, and the motherfucking God that they keep talking about ain't showing the fuck up. And it's like, all right, well, I'm a slayer. Can I get to it? No, you gotta wait on God. Fuck is this shit?
Ain't nobody waiting on God no more. You can
Yeah,
believe
you
in him all you
do.
want. Ain't nobody waiting no more.
Nope.
I tell you that as a Christian.
What is it?
This shit we gonna have to do. We just gonna have to go see him when we finish. Straight up.
You waiting for God? Shut up, man.
I said I believe in God. Fuck you, man. You gonna reach your point. You gonna reach your point. Was like, you know what? We just gonna have to go. I'm gonna just have to go see you when this is over. I'm gonna apologize after this, but enough is a goddamn.
Alrighty. All right. Well, you know what I mean? I'm about to start work, man. I only got a couple more minutes till I gotta go to work. I thought somebody was advocating for God, so I wanted to come up here and
I
just
knew y'all goddamn
do a
atheists
little
always
bit
do
of
that shit.
smacking
The minute
before I
somebody talk
went
about
to
God,
work.
y'all want to poke y'all ass in the conversation all the goddamn time.
Yeah, you already know what it is. That word come up, I'm in the room. I'm in the room.
Oh my god. Nah, we was talking about reparations. We was talking about progressing black folks, history of the cities and everything. You know, we talked about Wilmington a little bit. Talked about the red pill. The whole thing started with the red pill and the blue pill conversation. I knew you had covered that before, and we just started going from there for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just being real, like I said, I already know you've been there before, so
You know, I live in that area. Get over it, bro. You know, I live in that area, bro. I
that
live there.
motherfucker be here all day doing this shit.
Right.
Oh,
No, I feel
Beezy
you.
was good.
Yeah,
Nah, it's been pretty good, though. I'm gonna tell you, like you told me, you got to play this one back. I was playing the other broadcast this morning when I was at work. I got about halfway through that motherfucker.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if nobody's really advocating no God shit, then I'll be on my way there.
Yeah,
Cause
take your
I
ass
gotta
on.
go to work. You
That
know
way I
what I
could be
mean?
in the bed before the sun come up with your ass.
You know what? Look, you know what? That's true. That's true. I give you that. I give you that. For sure.
You start talking about God, this motherfucker gonna go for 7 hours. I promise you.
Yeah, I don't submit to that whole ideology. The whole concept of God is stupid as fuck. Anyway,
Oh,
so,
and I meant to tell you, that dude that broke down the definition of white supremacy, that shit was fire.
which
That
one?
shit, the one of your trans broadcasts that you just did.
Oh,
The broadcast you did with the trans community?
oh, okay. The trans community is one. Okay,
That
okay.
motherfucker, that dude broke down the definition of white supremacy, killed it. Killed
Yeah,
it. Just off of his
yeah,
definition alone, I was like, okay, I'm done.
yeah. You know, look, got to bring that information one way or another. But
Well, that defends your stance on what you've been saying, if you want the truth.
I mean, bruh. I mean, the thing is I have my personal view at the end of the day, right? But everybody has to come to their own, you know, ideals on this shit, you know. And so I just bring one perspective, but you know, I don't want people to not stop looking just because you agree with my assessment. You know, keep looking, and if you can feel, if you can in some way, oops, there's about to be an accident. Oh
Yeah, I
shit,
heard it.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
this
That's a damn
motherfucker,
bus in the
this
truck.
motherfucker. This motherfucker,
Whoa.
no, that's a train, my nigga. That's a train
That's
versus
a
a little
train?
ass Kia.
Wow.
Look like a Sportage.
Yeah, that motherfucker just barely made it. Okay, he just barely made it. So anyway, no, so you know, at the end of the day, see the music's already starting. We're about to get the fun started. So at the end of the day, don't just trust what I'm saying. Go look at all different angles, look at different perspectives, and then if you still come to the same conclusion I do, fuck with it. You know what I mean? I fucks with you. You know what I mean? But
Right.
if you don't, cool, we can have a discussion about it. But with that being said, man, y'all keep on having a good conversation. I'm gonna get to work, man. I gotta fucking make sure these motherfuckers don't get too drunk over here, and these white folks don't lose their fucking rabbit ass minds. And I gotta fucking get out here and do my thing. So with that being said, I'm out.
Hey man.
Big ups,
Great
bro.
meeting you, Izzy.
Big ups. Big ups. I promise y'all, this shit would have went 3 more hours had he brought his ass up here. He'd have killed it. He'd have killed
Yeah,
it.
man.
B, that's a good question. Here's a question. If white people are dying out, how can there still be white supremacy? Based on the broadcast that he did yesterday, no bullshit aside, no cheap plug, all real. This dude broke down what white supremacy is by definition and what's really going on. That would have been your answer. White people can die out, but the system of white supremacy will still go on by definition. Straight up. Straight up. Dying out don't mean died out. And I would honestly tell y'all, check out that broadcast he did yesterday, something against the, I think it was LGBT and the trans community. There's so I want to say it's about 45 minutes or an hour in. This dude broke down the definition of white supremacy. I just threw my hands up. I said, that's the answer right there. Everything he talks about, he can always bring the facts on it. He brings the links. He plays the video. He don't give his opinion. He gives his opinion after you see what the fact is. You're supposed to judge for yourself after you see the facts. Don't judge for yourself for what a motherfucker thinks. Your mic muted, bro. Your mic muted. There you go. I gotta look into it, Kevin. I don't know enough about it. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I gotta look into it. Rogus, you still out, bro?
Yeah.
What happened with me, man? Sometimes on here, come all the way out of the broadcast and come all the way back in. That should fix it. CRT fake outage. Hold on, Kevin. Like I said, I ain't mean to be up here this long, man. I was gonna be gone.
Oh, it's all right. Hey man, having you is, believe it or not, it's an honor.
I
Cause
appreciate it. I appreciate it. Fake outrage of CRT to sign the end teaching of slavery. Hey, Kevin, was that today's article or an older one?
My dude Rogish, Izzy, Tony, he just went outside.
Fake outrage.
We can take it out tomorrow. It's not necessary to take it out right now.
been going on for months. Okay, just take the latest article for the most part.
Did y'all see that article that said 55.5% of police killings go unreported from 1980 to 2019?
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
It was a 17-page report, and it's like, all right, that put things in a different perspective because it's like, all right, wait a minute, the numbers that they give you, like the high numbers around 500, right? They show you about 4 to 5 every year, right? And it's political unrest and social unrest, and people are like, oh, it's ripping the country apart, whatever, right?
Right.
But then imagine if they showed you the like 50 of them. Now multiply that by 2, because that's 50% shit. That means these motherfuckers, if the numbers already look like they hunting and shit, and these motherfuckers been exposed to be on some hunting shit, then they really,
Right.
they just multiply that shit just 2 days ago with that report brought on by Belinda and Bill Gates Foundation.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit?
Oh, hey fellas,
Wow.
This shit is deliciously chaotic, cuz I don't know what the fuck been going on since they
Listen,
put Obama up in that motherfucker, but this shit is.
Yeah. Kevin, I'm not gonna lie to you. This story's been flip flopping in my head for a minute. I don't take a lot of those messages literally. I have been hearing about it vaguely, and I ain't been on the news for real in a month.
Don't get me started on CRT. What is y'all thoughts on that shit? I'm curious, and then after I hear y'all's thoughts,
is
that's
it?
what he was just asking. Critical race theory. Excuse me. Sorry.
let's start with all the initial problems. The initial problems are that white people are so opinionated, and a lot of us don't even know what it is. That's an initial problem.
All right.
How they're reporting it. How they're reporting it matters too.
Well, wait a
Right.
minute.
What do you-
All I gotta do is just tell the real history, though. They don't have to add nothing into it. Just put the shit in that they took out and everything. Like what happened when people learned the rest of the Star Spangled Banner? They're like, oh shit, cuz, you know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of stories like that that they don't put in the history books. What the fuck? Feed everybody,
Yeah.
nigga.
Well, they
Look,
changing the history books. McGraw-Hill got sued in Texas for labeling black people as unpaid workers and migrants instead of calling black people slaves.
Wow.
look, that's beautiful. They need to put that shit out there because all they doing is trying to hide their hand in a cookie jar, cuz. That exposes
Right.
these motherfuckers, man. That's the
Right.
thing. People look, for some reason, these motherfuckers keep showing who they is, and nobody like to accept it. And like to project, like, I don't know, some kind of civility or humanity on the motherfuckers. And it's like, but wait a minute, the way can we judge them harshly in some things?
Look at what Food for Thought said. That's interesting. That's an interesting take.
That's
Very
very
interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
And I think he might actually be onto something, because we know that the left and the right are always on code, especially when it's against black people. So if we had this Hegelian dialectic, if we had this Hegelian dialectic aspects, and we say, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna act like we're for this. Okay, well, you guys act like you're against it, and if we keep fighting enough about it, then they'll just take it out completely. You have to understand that that's how they work when it comes to doing anything against us.
See, here's the problem. They're taking it out of the history books. They're taking slavery and racism out of the history books, correct?
McGraw-Hill did. Also in Oklahoma, they passed legislation to not allow the schools to talk about the Tulsa race riot. I'm sure Rogish knows about that. I think it was in the Tulsa Times.
Nah, I ain't in Tulsa, but I'm from there. Popping said shit about that. Well, the thing is, now it's a hotbed topic now. You know what I'm saying? People, the centennial and I'm passing everything.
JB, all this shit at once. Trust me, this one's gonna get crazy. Because this critical race theory thing, not to cut you off, Rogish, I apologize.
You good?
Taking racism and slavery out the books.
Well, that don't even have anything to do with critical race theory. That's just white people who are intimidated by talking about black history. As far as what you're talking about,
how?
Critical race theory. You said, well, how they're intimidated?
Yes, because my thing is,
and we've called for it. But the thing is
So
they don't. It's not us that they're worried about. They're worried about white people with equal power to them who want it taught for whatever reason that they want it taught for. Because you have to understand that the two groups of whites that have equal power, any reason why they would want it taught is not to have any kind of benefit for us. If anything, what it would be was, to do things like pass an AAPI hate crime bill or a LGBTQ protection bill, stuff like that. Because critical race theory is critical race theory. What white people don't seem to understand for whatever reason, despite the fact that they're supposed to allegedly have a higher IQ than everybody else, is that critical race theory is only what all it is it's an application of critical theory, and it's an application of critical theory to the United States legal framework, and it examines how race has a impact on sentences that come to pass in the court system. That's it, no more, no less. So that could be how any race plays into it. The thing is that when it comes to race in the United States, white people have some kind of genetic inability to not associate race with black people. You notice how white people never associate
they're
race
going to try to
with
teach
Asians
it to
or
them.
Yeah, and then but another problem is that you have white people teaching this to other white people. Which how do you, if you're an expert at applying racism and not an expert of being a victim of it, then how do you teach how to be a victim of it?
They're blissfully oblivious.
What the fuck?
Well, no, I mean, it's not. I don't even think that they're blissfully oblivious. It's literally the same thing that we've always dealt with. It's I'm white and I say so. I'm telling you that the grass is blue and the sky is green, and because I'm white and I can kill you and not have anything to worry about, you're gonna agree with me, and that's just it. That's what it is.
See, but when you bring the murderism in it, that puts a different, it hits it with the spice weasel. You know what I'm saying? That shit along.
Exactly, bro.
You don't want to bring the murderism with it because it's like, all right, but then you don't have to play nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
why are we playing nice?
I don't know, man. People want to look. I guess that steak and that wine was quite tasty. You know what I'm saying?
That's that. Yeah. See, now that's that black blue pill that you talking about, bro. They ain't ready for that conversation.
I ain't trying to.
They ain't ready for that conversation.
Look, the thing is, if you they say you read the sigils, right? Once you read the sigils, that's what makes sense. When you're dealing with a people who has the mentality to where they actually have to be taught that what occurs in their system every fucking year to the point where they want to hide it on the statistics and shit, cause
they don't have to be taught. They don't have to be taught. They don't.
I'm not saying they have to be taught. I'm saying in the mind of a pilgrim, they have to be taught. So let's just accept that.
Right.
All right? You motherfuckers that is throwed off. They done throwed off, cuz they just throwed off as the history books showed them to be. So then when you're interacting with them, you don't think in the aspect of, you can't think in the aspect of morality. I think when you first think morality, that's some slavery programming, because you're supposed to be thinking as a living being first and foremost. Not as, you want to hurt somebody's feelings and all that old shit. It's like, nah, cuz you're a living being. What does that mean to you first and foremost before you get into the citizenry shit or even motherfucking black, cuz? You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, now and how are they supposed to weigh the shit? Oh, like you, a living being or your blackness. You don't just take your blackness everywhere like that. But black is something that we live. It ain't something that we got to project. You know, so that's why I say when you listen to our music, black music has shit to do with music. It's just
black is something that white people created. So I'm a black as much as I want to. Like, you created that shit.
We're talking about culture, though.
I get it.
Right. So the thing is, you judge them by your culture. You don't judge them by how they present themselves to be judged. So it's like, oh, okay, like in the history books, if they trying to hide themselves out the history books, let's go to history books and see what the fuck they trying to hide. What
exactly. No, I agree with that. Bro.
That's the beautiful thing about it. These motherfuckers pointing to the shit. Oh shit! Don't look at this. All right, well look at that shit and then believe them. Oh, how many motherfuckers y'all killed? Oh, millions of motherfuckers. All right, and I'm gonna do what in yo? I'm gonna vote with you. I'm gonna vote. You gonna accept my vote?
So isn't it time we stop focusing on color?
Yeah, he's from Sweden. He's not in the U.S. He's from Sweden. and he's pretty much against color. I understand where a lot of people are coming from being against color.
Well, I mean,
You
that's
just gotta
literally
tell
that's European history, being against color.
right. And
They don't
honestly,
have
we are
any.
still going
We
through
do.
it over
Everybody
here.
else on the
Yeah, we
planet
still
does,
going
and
through
they've
it on
been
this
against
side.
color. Like that,
All
like
right,
what
but
you said was
do they
actually
define
accurate.
it?
They're
Do they
against
define
color.
it?
Literally, what they do when they went to India, what they do when they went to Hong Kong, what they do when they went to Africa, what they do when they went to Central America. They're against color. Who the fuck has actually focused on color and benefited other than Europeans? Who's
Yeah.
done it?
It's
So
their paradigm.
so it's interesting to me how a European person can actually wag their finger at me and tell me not to focus on color. When have I ever gotten anything on my bottom line as a result of color? Now I can tell you some European countries that actually sold slaves, mined diamonds, and done all kinds of shit based on color, and they're still making money today. Because since everybody likes to have a discussion about what's going on today, but you want me to stop focusing on it? Why? President Nana Addo didn't stop focusing on it when he kicked Switzerland the fuck out of Ghana so that Africa can produce their own cocoa beans and their own means of production. Everybody only black people need to stop focusing on color, because if we stop focusing on color, then we'll stop seeing how we get fucking exploited. Some people are waking up more slowly to that, but you have to understand that any white person who has an issue with you focusing on your history while celebrating motherfucking St. Patrick's Day, Oktoberfest, Columbus Day, fucking President's Day has a motherfucking mental disorder.
Well, they don't live here.
It doesn't matter if they live here or not.
No, I know. A lot of
because if they come here, what will
they
they get? If they come here, what will they get?
Shit, the world.
I guarantee you they won't get a bullet from a police officer if we're standing next to them.
No, that's facts.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
And they know that, and that's why they come here.
But that's the thing. That's why I use the United States as a litmus test to judge this motherfucking world, cause everybody's here. First, when you first started off, it was you know, black, white, or whatever, just a few in between. Now the whole of the fucking world is here. I done met all kind of people from all over the world up in this motherfucker. And you present them certain negatives about systemic interactions with your reality, and the motherfuckers, they turn their nose up. You know what I'm saying? On some, here, take this shilling, popper, and mash the fuck on or some shit.
For the non-people of color in here, did you tell the AAPI community to not focus on color when they got their hate crime bill passed? It seems like 97% of motherfuckers in the United States government focused on yellow when they passed that AAPI hate crime bill. So did anybody wag their fingers at them and tell them to stop focusing on color? That's my question. It seems to me like the focus was on black people because the news and Angela Yang couldn't stop talking about black people, despite the fact that it was white boys in Atlanta gunning them down like they was on a deranged episode of Call of Duty.
That shit was happening.
See, but this is why we need to stop talking about color. You see what I'm saying? This is why we need to stop talking about it. This is why a motherfucker like that will tell us we need to stop talking about it. Because if we stop talking about color and we start talking about how black people are pushing Asians down and white people are gunning them down, well, then we need to stop talking about color.
And I'm against the Asians, the black folks going against the Asians. I was telling Izzy earlier this year, I didn't believe that story, not one bit. He proved it to be wrong too. Because as much as we had beef with another culture, I never saw a beef that level with Asians.
We shouldn't have a beef with Asians.
I never saw that beef. I never saw that beef. And then when it was all over the news, he was showing it. I'm like, nah, I can't believe it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense.
We shouldn't homeless motherfucker too.
We shouldn't have a beef with Asians. We shouldn't have a beef with anybody.
That's my point.
On this planet, we live on a planet and we share the planet with everybody. We shouldn't have any beef with everybody.
And
we shouldn't have a beef with anybody.
That's facts.
Because for real, when that story was coming out, I'm like, nah, it didn't make sense. I told you, it don't make no sense to me. None. We had no reason to go after them like that. He brought up the issue of them carrying cash and other people didn't. I got that part. But not that much damn cash. For those crimes, nah.
So JB says this definition, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to all people so that everyone can be treated fair and not be discriminated against due to color or race. The only problem with that is that white people put a bunch of people that aren't white in white countries. White people put us here. We would have been in a black country in a black continent where we wouldn't have had to deal with that. We would have dealt with tribal issues. White people came to non-white areas. So we didn't do that.
It's
so for
tribal.
white, right. And white people are tribal. You know what I mean? But the thing
Yes.
is that
Everybody's tribal.
we
Everybody's
need to
tribal.
stop talking about
Yes.
it. We need to
Everybody's
stop
tribal.
talking about it, despite the fact that we didn't create our own diaspora. I don't understand that. This is skating a responsibility, and this is the thing that white people shouldn't be allowed to do.
But you gotta understand something. To an extent, this is their system to the degree of which it is. I'm free. I'm white and 21. You know what I'm saying? Remember that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of that bullshit. And the thing is, if the programming programs everybody, then what do we think their fucking programming is? Not the fact that
none of it is our concern unless it's affecting our progress. It's not my responsibility or concern to worry about a white person's programming.
It's not a word, brother, not a word, but an aspect of taking into an accountability of this is likely the character of the person you're going to interact with.
Right, but check this out, though, Rogish.
Social framework of a system.
Check this out, though. I can talk to a white person, right, and be like, yeah, you know, we talk. Let's get down on some conspiracy theory shit, right? And so, you know, a white person to say, yeah, well, the elites, you know, the elites want to get away from the class system. So I sit there and I listen to this white person who's benefited from what these elites put into place when they started the transatlantic slave trade. You know what I'm saying? And then I ask them, I say, well, who are the elites? Who is it that us, me and you, who are we worried about, right? Well, the elites. Well, who are the elites? Oh, you know, those people like George Soros. Okay, well, what color is George Soros? Oh, we're not going to get into it because he's part of a small group of people. Okay, he's part of a small group of people who's a tribe from where? From Europe. Regardless of what kind of conspiracy theory you want to use, I guarantee you if that motherfucker sends a little drop of his blood to 23andMe, it'll have Eastern European in it. I guarantee you that. So again, if you're Eastern European, then I'm asking you, what do you consider Eastern Europeans? Oh,
you think they go that deep with it though?
Well, why would they?
Yeah,
because
they
then they'll go that deep with it when they're being racist against that particular group of people because they're upset that group of people has power over them.
So the whiteness wears off to a degree, and they
at the time,
tribalism.
White supremacy is an entire pyramid scheme, and it knows that it has sacrifices, and that's one of the reasons why you see these people and the poor white people, like, you know, a lot of MAGA people and all of that shit. That's why they're upset. Well, the elites, we don't share the same struggle as the elites. The elites set up your privilege, and the elites set up our slavery, so we don't have the same fucking struggle. So don't come to me with a conversation about some fucking elites and tell me about some motherfucking Freemasons when that George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and all of these people that you want to associate with all these mystery conspiracy theories, they have the shit listed right over their tombstones, and they have books and nursery rhymes written about the slaves that these motherfuckers used to own. We're not in the same struggle. Go fight your own shit. If you had been checking those elites the way that you allegedly was supposed to, because the motherfucking reason why America was supposed to have started was because these punk ass motherfuckers was supposed to have checked the elites. These motherfucking alleged men that build, they were supposed to check the elites. That's why they punk asses ran over here, because they was getting their fucking asses whooped by white supremacy in motherfucking Europe. But they was cowards. They came the fuck over here and started a system just like the shit that was suppressing them. And that's why I don't fucking respect them. And that's why I don't respect any motherfucking conspiracy theory talk. Because if you're talking to a black person in terms of elite, you're not black, you're being completely intellectually dishonest.
I think when they start spilling that elitism shit, you know, they try to differentiate themselves, and I'm like, I don't permit you to do so, because the whole thing with me with white supremacy has nothing to do with a KKK person and nothing like that.
Facts.
What I'm looking at is, what does whiteness mean to your motherfucking ass?
Facts. And look, you see my man
Tariq, you gonna call me nigga or not, goddamn.
You see my man Tariq, he said not to mention the mixed kids that they had. I graduated from college with one of the mixed kids that was a Jefferson descendant. He was on C-SPAN about the book that he had. He's in the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. I know all about that shit. And these motherfuckers sit there and lie about the shit. Oh, well, the elites. Alex Jones sitting there with his fat ass talking about the elites. What the fuck? What do you mean? We have different relationships with the elites. Alex Jones, right-wing white people. Let me explain our relationship with the elites. They owned, sold our ancestors, completely destroyed our male-female relationships, fucked up our entire reality view. They set up privilege for you. If you have a fucking problem with the elites, then deal with them. Your deal with them is completely different than ours.
Yeah, no deal. All they want is a greater streamline to access of the ease that they've already
Yep.
been getting.
That's facts.
Yeah,
That's
these
facts.
motherfuckers. Look, the thing is, they're insatiable. Cause it's one of the monikers that I gave them is Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm talking about my fucking.
Well, that's a
Motherfuckers
whole
eat.
nother story. How they villainize pirates. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah,
you know the
they don't
barbers and
feel
shit. That's
nothing.
right. That's a whole nother story. But when you have a media and when you have all of those different resources and all of that stuff, you know, you can do the shit like blackface, and you can do the shit like a worldwide motherfucking smear campaign for 400 years and then unapologetically act like you didn't have anything to fucking do with it, despite the fact that you benefited from it. You know what I'm saying? From bloodline. It's just the delusion. Everybody is under a delusion. Black people are under a delusion and white people are under a delusion. The problem is that white people's delusion is dangerous and our delusion weakens us. That's the fucking difference between our two delusions.
So let me ask you this: when you're dealing with those delusions, what do you think that there can be a period of time reached to where it becomes irreversible, largely?
Yeah, I
Like,
think that's actually currently happening. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
yeah. See that you get back to the dronism and the zombie.
I ain't going nowhere. I'll be back, damn it. Y'all hold the hell on. I know Rob talking about me.
No, you
Fair.
you good,
You
bro.
don't walk on
You
camera
good.
twice. I don't want to hear shit out of you.
No, you good. You good. Go ahead, Rogish.
Yeah, I was just it just brings back to the dystopian future shit, cuz it's like, all right,
Yeah.
hear me out, fam. Hear me out. All right, so you know, the crack thing hit, then the gangs turned to some bullshit, right? You see, hip hop, it was the culture that actually fed the have-nots, cuz, and now look where it is now, right? Look at the family, look at the money system. The nigga Trump was the president. One of the things in the 80s, I always thought this motherfucker should be president because he's their king of greed. You know, and he's treating motherfuckers. And they actually made this motherfucker president. So it's like, all right, all that shit's right on time and a fucking plague. It's like the chaotic thing after chaotic thing after chaotic thing. And it's like, all right, if that's the case, then what is there to save? If what is there to what is there to rebuild within a social structure like that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know, because the people's getting dronier and dronier, and
A lot. Yeah, man. That's what, man. I swear I wish you was around earlier today, bro. Because that's literally like, man, go watch my live stream from early. When you go to the gym or some shit, watch that live stream from earlier with my dude Mo Fax and with me and Izzy and my dude Poppy Blanco. You know what I'm saying? Like that's actually exactly what we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with that? Because it's a lot of people that don't have a clear understanding of how things are. And the problem with that is, as much as you want to sympathize with that, that's dangerous for everybody else.
yeah. It's so okay. So take this for instance, the whole thing with the Movid shit, right? I don't know if you said no more. They cut your shit out, whatever.
Right,
nigga. If this ain't dystopian shit, don't mention the virus, whatever.
Man.
Oh shit, cut out pirate shit. But when this shit first started, cause they didn't put masks on the children. That's what showed. That's what I mean. You know, what the fuck is this? Wait a minute. It likes lungs? Children have lungs. That's the future, right? If this is deadly as no, don't worry. Don't put one on your baby. Don't put one on your toddler. It's like, wait a minute. What about the preservation of the future? It's like they had to be doing some shit like this. I guess attack the people, whatever. But the whole thing is, once the system gets here, all that to say this: once the system gets here, then it's not up to the system no more. And for the people within the system to still hold the system to a specific kind of accountability, it's like you're supposed to do that to the point of, you know what I'm saying, guillotine and shit, right? That is a natural part of being a citizen within a society, right? It's if the shit is getting out of pocket, you get it in pocket because it's supposed to work for the citizen and not the citizen for the state. But people have been programmed for so long. I don't know, program under what, you know what I'm saying? American dream, whatever the fuck. But they pine for that shit, even though the system appears to be crumbling and you know what I'm saying, only maintaining a modicum of what it once was. That's why they try to make America great again. Motherfucker. I'm gonna got the worst motherfucking baby numbers, nigga. Shit, nigga, this shit is done.
I want to show you guys something real quick. So I'm gonna take everybody off the screen real quick, if that's okay. Hold on real quick. But you guys can still talk and shit. Let me I'm gonna just put something up here. All right, because what I want to do is I want to go through this article real quick. All right, so this is an article from the New York Times. All right. I want to make sure that everybody can see it. Now, this is kind of fucked up because this shit is in motherfucking portrait instead of landscape. But what it says is doctors and racial bias, still a long way to go. It would be easy to look at a photo from the 1980s and conclude that things have changed. Many have not. All right. And now this is from the white media, February 25th, 2019. Now, the first question that white people like to ask is, how does any of this affect you today? And this is coming from their own media on February 25th of 2019. So remember, we live in a system of illegitimacy. This is where motherfuckers have had a nerve to ask you if some shit affects you today, and they fucking wrote it. You know what I'm saying? The racist photo in medical school yearbook of Governor Ralph Northam of Virginia has probably caused many physicians to re-examine their past. We hope we are better today, but the research is not as encouraging as you might think. Now, there's an individual in the comments that's alleging that I could possibly be delusional because of my opinion about the country that I live in, despite the fact that my country's media is writing articles that say this, as well as the fact that I have family who can be traced back to a lineage of a plantation. Do you see the fucking problem? This is the problem. This is what Joe Rogan is talking about when Joe Rogan says white men are losing their free speech. That was a dog whistle. What he was actually saying was that white men are being black manned because, you know, a black man can't say shit without everybody losing their shit. So what Joe Rogan's white supremacist, racist, bald-headed ass was saying was that, hey, white guys, you guys better tighten your shit up before you become black manned, aka niggered. You know what I'm saying? And this is it right here. I'm literally talking about what goes on in my country. I'm literally talking about things that a verified media outlet called the New York Times has documented. And, you know, because I'm black, I'm being a victim, I'm being a liberal, and I'm just making shit up and I'm delusional. And all I need to do is pull myself up by the bootstraps or abort any future children that I may have. That's the American way. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says there's, you know what I mean? Don't act like you never heard that shit before, Rogan. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you heard that shit before, or am I just making this shit up? Am I being harsh, or I know, you know what I'm saying, being in the YouTube streets.
That's truth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this is shit that motherfuckers actually say. And he wants to talk about me being delusional. Now, the thing is that the things that I just quoted, that's shit that black people said about other black people. White people can't even be honest about their own ingrained issues that they have with other people. I'm talking about what the fuck my people say about each other. So now here it says there's still a long way to go in on how the medical field treats minority patients, especially African Americans.
Huge statement.
But I'm delusional. We're all delusional. We're all fucking victims.
And
we're dealing with the medical crisis.
Let me put this out there. Let me put this out there to the United States. And JB, I'm gonna tell you this for real. One of the reasons why I said this one's a little tense, what we go through over here isn't emphasized enough, even on the news.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't make fun of how much. Let me jump Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. I just want to throw this out there. I don't make fun of how much of a punk Europeans are that can't defend themselves from a knife attack, because here in the United States, we deal with real shit like guns being aimed at us. You motherfuckers cry about getting stabbed and shit. We survive that shit and fight the next day. We get shot the fuck over here and die. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to say.
Don't ever try to wag your finger at us Don't ever try to wag your finger at us and act like you have it worse than us when we're actually dodging bullets, not even from the police, but from each other in our neighborhoods and shit.
Yeah.
And y'all crying about motherfucking knives.
But
Please
you know
miss
what?
me with the bullshit.
They have an interesting question right here where they talk about how objective that we can be. So take this into objectivity, right? Please, Rob. JB, take this into objectivity. The one thing, again, there was slavery, right? And then there was after slavery. Slavery, you judge everything, right? All right, it is what it is. No one can deny that slavery was what it was, and it was detrimental and all that, right? That they can't deny that. After the fact, this is where they can't protect themselves. Okay,
Exactly.
Now look at the character, the nature of the character after slavery. Boom, it has maintained. So you have to take into consideration this is the nature of the system that we're in. Now I don't know if you see it like that, but how else can it be based off of what measurement? Are
I
you
got a
measuring
question.
the system that you're looking at? Are you measuring it right? You might be a little bit off in your assessment.
Black people are the most objective people because we're forced to be objective. I'm going to tell you something about my objectivity. I'm forced to sift through information from white media all the time to make sense of it. Tell me when the last time I had to sift through information from some black media to make sense of it. Oh, that's right. Black media doesn't fucking exist. So please, again, when you're an oppressed person and you're actually oppressed, and I know white people have an issue with the fact that they oppress people, we don't have any media. I'd like to read an article from an actual black media that has an actual black perspective, but I can't because there's not any of them. Because anytime somebody decides to try to start a media, guess what? They're in court with a whole bunch of Karens saying that they put Quaaludes in their motherfucking drinks. Sound familiar? That shit always happens. Magically, mysteriously, always fucking happens.
That's the cultural character. If it isn't judged properly, it's always
Every time we get our position of power, we take the side one way or the other, and it's the same way. They take out anything African American originated and gets popular. They take it out the same way.
If you live in,
and we got to use that example. All jokes aside, the example you just said, and it clicked with me.
Yeah.
If they took them out with the Quaaludes, they took out the black towns with a woman said she got raped.
Right now, this is the thing. This is white bold.
Hold up. Not just a woman, a white woman. If you ever been with a white chick, any nigga that ever been with a white chick, no, you ain't got to take that pussy, cuz.
OJ,
you ain't got to take a white woman
shit.
pussy.
I mean, there's a definitive
they
pattern.
throw it to you.
That's why I be sitting there saying, like, what we gonna do? I mean, in the bad part, it could be a lie. Look at the Emmett Till shit. That was a lie. She's still alive.
Yeah. Now look at this.
Now, what we got going on over here, what y'all seeing on the news is only one aspect. What we really got going on over here, and I do mean really got going on over here. It's not even all on the news. He just said 55% of police crimes against black people ain't even reported over the past. How many years was that?
40.
Thank you.
And let's talk about.
I'm not being an ass on that shit. The shit that's going on against us over here is fucked up.
It's fucked up. And let's talk about the fact of how the white mainstream media, the left and the right, tend to we're just going to conveniently leave out the white supremacy problem that we have in LGBTQ. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it like Dave Chappelle is this great motherfucking comedian, despite the fact that we have a whole white supremacist segment of LGBTQ, and it's those white supremacist LGBTQ motherfuckers that have a problem with Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle in his comedy sketch was actually speaking on behalf of the black LGBTQ, which is why they got the motherfucking tools like Don Lemon and Joy Reid to try to come out against Chappelle, the same way they're trying to come out against Kyrie Irving.
I thought he was speaking on behalf of his friend who killed theyself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, he was speaking on behalf of his friend, but he was also exposing the white supremacist element of LGBTQ that white people don't want to act like exists because they want a black people LGBTQ. You know, we have to deal with these minorities like black people and Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ because it's convenient for your fucking peanut brains.
I mean, but that's their shit to start out with, though. That's the whole thing. It started out as some pilgrim shit, and so pilgrims want to run it how pilgrims want to run it. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
Exactly.
That's what
I
they
mean,
do.
he killed that shit on the broadcast. He really did. I didn't even catch it at first because Dave Chappelle didn't say nothing about the LGBTQ community. He told that shit. He said it's not about
At
the
all.
community. He said I never talked about the community. I talked about white folks in power.
Yeah.
Which there's LGBTQ white people in power. We just did about 7 hours worth of content about the white LGBTQ people suppressing and trying to boss around the black LGBTQ people, crying and mad about the fact that black LGBTQ people want to put a black and brown stripe on the flag. When the fuck is white people going to address the white LGBTQ? You know what I'm saying? White supremacist motherfuckers. When are they going to do that? When are y'all going to do that instead of sitting up making YouTube videos crying about woke shit? When the fuck is y'all asses gonna wake
on
the
the
fuck
rainbow
up?
flag? They gonna put that on there?
Well, yeah. If you look at the rainbow flags, you know the black LGBTQ and the white and the brown LGBTQ, they want a stripe on the flag. And guess why they don't have one? Because the white LGBTQ people just can't fucking handle it. The only thing that white LGBTQ people and the white population at large can handle is white or nothing. That's it. They can't handle anything else. That's why as soon as a white person comes in here, they're saying, oh, you know, we'll just stop talking about color. Why? Because you don't fucking have any? The fuck? Why?
I mean, well, look, the thing is the way that they section themselves, and it's like, all right, y'all all out for the same
flag. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that they stole it. You know, that's what they gotta. That's how they gotta work, dog. This is some Roman shit. So what they
My
do?
thing is, I've never once told white people to stop talking about any white issues.
They parasite on
I've never done that.
So that's what they're gonna do. But the thing is, there's still pilgrims. That's the one thing people keep forgetting.
But this is what white people need to come to the understanding of. This is what they need to come to the understanding of. I've never went
their own
anywhere.
lack of civility with black people.
No, their own lack of civility, period. You're just gonna walk in somewhere and tell them to stop talking.
You want them to believe that they are savage, but a savage always think they in the right mind.
I want them to believe that they're a savage, and I want them to understand that I can be more savage than them to be able to defend myself against their bullshit. Because I don't give a fuck about white supremacy. That's the kind of we need to start beating our chest and explain things in terms like that to them and start acting accordingly. You have a fucking problem with us, then guess what? This is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna implement consequences. I'm tired of people running around like
you have to value yourself to that degree, dog. People
exactly.
You know how hard it is to get people to start valuing themselves to that degree. Think about it. The whole Pan-African thing, right? The fact that that's a bust. You know what I mean? The fact that that's a bust is very fucked up. That shows that black people don't learn about themselves. They don't learn about no history, anything like it's upliftment, enrichment. It's a whole bunch of shit that's in Pan-Africanism. They don't fuck with it. They want whatever the pilgrims saying. This is what we got on this plate. So it's not really about us with black people. We're supposed to be a monolith, and we're supposed to be a monolith just from that skin color alone. That would be fucking tribalism of what we're going through and shit. But we ain't. And I think we're supposed to have some tribalism. Oh, homie, hand up. Go ahead, cuz.
Go ahead. My bad, bro.
Yeah, you guys are all great. Like, you guys spitting some true facts. This has been a great conversation. I gotta turn in because I got work in the morning and such. But
respect.
Hey guys, yeah, great podcast here, guys. Definitely want to do this again.
Yeah, no doubt, Red Pill, no doubt.
Yeah, make sure it's my day off, so I got time. This motherfucker don't let me go. I'm gonna jump down to listen. I appreciate it for real. Dane, big ups, good meeting you, man. Rogish, big up meeting you, Rob. You already know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, Rob. This is the first time me and you been in the broadcast this long. I'm glad I was able to contribute as much, and it was.
Bro, you always contribute, man. You know, like when
y'all got
be talking shit,
what I've ever had, and I feel honored that what I had even had this much of an impact, honestly, for real. Because the way you and Izzy go, I send the comments on purpose. I'll be damned if I'm gonna come on camera with you two motherfuckers, because y'all be pulling out shit from the back of y'all ass in the bottom of your book bag in the attic that you had 6 years ago. I ain't got that much information.
Nah, but the thing is that bro, like that's the thing. Like everybody gotta come up. Everybody got to come up and talk, and everybody got to come up and learn. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got to be the best that they can. See, because like me, the way I'm looking at it is like, you know what I'm saying? Like you knew things that I didn't know. I don't think that I'm the smartest motherfucker in the room ever. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I'm ever, nah, that's not true, bro. The only thing that I'm ever appreciative of is that motherfuckers let me in the room, and that motherfuckers appreciate the things that I have to say. And because motherfuckers do that shit for me, you know what I'm saying? Like I will always give motherfuckers a voice if I have a means to do that. Even if I don't agree with you, I'll say what I got to say about what you talking about. But you know what I'm saying? Because we respect each other, you gonna always get that respect from me.
And y'all carry the information and the links a lot of people carry. I just be remembering shit and trying to pull it back up afterwards. The motherfuckers think I'd be crazy and shit. But let me let y'all know too, tomorrow night, don't bother me when that verse when that verse is coming out.
I'm bother the fuck out your ass
tomorrow night. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna find a way to put this shit on Haps. I'm working on that shit, but I'm watching that verse tomorrow night. I don't want to hear no negativity from a motherfucker. If you are not a hip hop fan, you ain't watching this. I'm gonna talk about your ass afterwards. You're gonna get the business.
I'm about to bother the shit out your ass.
You best bring your asses. I want everybody's platform watching that motherfucker. We're gonna be talking more shit in a Super Bowl party. I'm telling you right now.
That's hilarious. I'm about to bother the shit out your ass tomorrow. I'm gonna be bothering the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying?
I will cuss you out on Haps, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time. And you know I will. But dang, yo, big up for real, man. Good meeting you, bro. Holler me anytime. Don't worry about my interest up here. Just know we can drop this shit. And most of these conversations, what I said here tonight, I'm going to say the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. We appreciate you calling in, man.
Everything we said about the change, everything we said about the red pill and the aspect, I was dropping that shit and it was just coming. I ain't gonna lie. So I appreciate y'all. Alicia, you don't know about tomorrow night? See, you number one.
Hey, and Blazing Blasphemer, man. Blazing Blasphemer. Yeah, he cool people, bro. Like that's a smart dude right there. Like, man, I really want to get him in.
We do the veteran voices up here, man. So anybody who's a veteran, we try to do a little convo once a week. Y'all follow us, get at us. If you ain't on Haps and you need to get my info, Rob got me. He know how to hook me up. And I can try to put it on YouTube. If y'all want me to put on YouTube as far as sharing with the multi-streamer, we will do that shit. We're trying to help our own best. If you're a vet, you need help. I'm big on trying to get cats started on a disability. Get at your boy. For real.
For sure. And shouts out to Blazing Blasphemer, man, because that's you know what I'm saying. If him and Izzy is cool, and if you fuck with Izzy, like I said, man, Izzy, that's my brother from another mother. So you know what I'm saying, and then I fuck with you too. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
I'm gonna get down, but peace to everybody.
So,
all for real, man. We'll finish this thing. Keep me on the next one too, man. I still got that event you're supposed to do that you didn't do the other day.
Look at this nigga like you motherfucking being like monitoring what the fuck I'm about to do. Yeah, nigga, you weren't where you were supposed to be at the other day.
You tagged me on the event.
You wasn't where you were supposed to be at the other day.
I was getting off work that day. I got off early on purpose just to make sure I could hear this shit, and your monkey ass didn't come up.
Look, man, listen, man. When Sophia and Jordan come back, you know what I'm saying, we'll put them on the hot seat about it, because that shit that wasn't me.
That good. But like I said, keep me on it. I get it on Haps and I get it on Facebook. I got the notifications. Just holler at your boy, man. Big everybody.
For sure.
Like I said, y'all hold it down, man. Peace.
All right, for sure. All right, Red Pill, bro. We appreciate it, man. Like, thanks a lot. Everybody in the chat, like all my subscribers that's in the chat, make sure y'all follow Tony on Haps if y'all on Haps. Make sure y'all follow Dr. Red Pill on Haps and on YouTube. And bro, appreciate you inviting me to this live stream, fam. You know what I'm saying? We will get it in. And thank you for joining Haps. And I will catch you on the next one, bro. Peace.
Yeah, man. Peace. Peace to you guys. Thank you again for showing